right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to West Seneca East High School. As tonight we have the undefeated West Seneca East Trojans taking on the Cheektowaga Warriors. Mark Johnson along with Tom Prince and Tom. Two nice teams here for a nice matchup.
Yeah, honestly, we've already seen West Seneca East with a big game, big win under the belt. They go down to Pioneer. Both teams go undefeated. West Seneca East, great win already, showing they're one of the top teams right now. Cheektowaga had a tough loss, if you remember, game week, going out of conference playing Grand Island, right? Comes back the next week with a big win over Burgard. Now they get their big test to say, hey, we're one of the teams to watch out for, too.
For West Seneca East, they took out Lakeshore 63-12, got a 28-14 win over Olean at Olean, and then shut out Pioneer 19-0. That's where they're at 3-0. We're getting ready to go here, and kicking off will be West Seneca East. And deep for Cheektowaga. And I got to tell you right now, Tom, these numbers are a little hard to read for Cheektowaga. The white with the gold lettering.
You know me, I always do my best to help out, Mark, so I will do my best.
Let's see what we got back there. I believe it's number 15, Charles Young, to receive here for Cheektowaga. And kicking off for East, I believe that is number 22. Jordan Klein. So there we go, ready to go. 12-minute quarter, and we're underway. Kickoff is deep, and it's going to be taken on the fly. Drops the ball, picks it up, drops it again. 15, 20, 25, makes a move inside, and he's trying to break free. 45, and takes it out the midfield. He made the most out of that. He fumbled it twice, Tom, and somehow got it out to midfield. What a great drive start.
And it looked like that was number 5. Nasir Stone is who it was, who that return was from.
So Stone does the job on special teams. And Cheektowaga will set up shop right at the midfield stripe. The quarterback, Matt Barr, waits in the shotgun for the snap. Barr gets the snap, hands it off right side. The ball carrier is Walt Burton, number 4. Cameron Walt Burton, and they put him back for a loss. Now we got some chippiness right off the bat here. Maybe a little bad blood going back a couple years here with these two teams, but they're going to mark that as a loss. So he loses 2 yards there. It'll be second down, and it looks like about 11 here on the spot on the far side. So we're going to put it down as a 1-yard loss. 2nd and 11 for Cheektowaga.
You know, I'll tell you, we're going to talk about Cameron Warburton a ton tonight, right? A running back, 5'10", 225. This is a running back that is tough to take down.
We've got some procedure and movement up front. One of the linemen twitched.
Yeah, I know they thought it was West Seneca who had crossed. If you noticed the hike, though, did you see the ball? It was hiked and brought back. He actually moved it and brought it back, Mark.
So they'll call that on the center, and it's going to cost the Warriors 5 yards. So they're digging themselves a hole here early after a great kickoff return. 2nd down and 16 for Cheektowaga. Matt Barr back in the shotgun. Waits on the snap. Has a man in motion. Back to pass. Barr looks, fires, and it's knocked down right near midfield. What a great defensive play there. And I believe that was Damiani Blake came up with that one, number 6.
Yeah, Damiani Blake, the junior linebacker, 6'1", 190-pounder, does a great job right there getting a hand on it. Almost comes up with a big pickoff, and you start to wonder, did he see open air in front of him right there?
It was a nice diving attempt to knock the ball down. Either way, it's 3rd down and 16 now for Cheektowaga. Empty backfield for Barr. 2 receivers out to the left side, 2 out to the right. Gets the snap, back the pass. Here comes the rush. He's going to fire. He's got his man right there. A nice catch down at the 30-yard line, spinning around and getting down at about the 27-yard line. And I believe that is number 14.
We don't have a number.
I do not have a number 14 on my roster.
So we apologize. We can only go by the rosters we got, folks. But I agree. I think that was number 14, too.
What a catch that was, though, Tom. Caught it, spun around, got some additional yardage. 1st and 10 for the Warriors at the 27-yard line of West Seneca East. Cheektowaga trying to make a statement here early after a great kickoff return to give to Warburton. Warburton, left side, 25, cuts inside, and right outside the numbers. Right down around the 20-yard line, so that's a nice pickup there, about 6 or 7.
Great drive so far for Cheektowaga, right? You come out on an away game, what you want to do is to be able to have a sustained drive, even if you don't put points on the board. Sustained drive, make sure you do something to say that you're here. They're doing that with a chance to be able to put points on the board right here.
10:35 and running here in this first quarter. Man in motion again. And again, illegal procedure on the Warriors. They're going to back them up another 5. They're killing themselves with penalties here. So they'll mark that one off against Cheektowaga. No score here with 10:31 remaining. And this drive is going back and forth here, Tom. Illegal procedures, 2 of them now against the Warriors.
Last night we covered Will South and South Park, and I'll tell you that was one of the things we saw last night. Was one of the only things that hurt Will South out there was constant penalties that would stop sustained drives.
Barr waits for the snap once again. Now he's going to give it on the jet sweep, right side, nowhere to go. Makes something happen there and picks up a yard or 2. And he is roughed up down there. That was number 5, Nasir Stone, who took that kickoff return.
And on that tackle was number 6, Damani Blake on that one.
Well, Blake having quite a defensive series here to start. 3rd down and a long 8 here for Cheektowaga. Barr in the backfield once again. 3 receivers out left, 2 out right. Empty backfield. And now it's a timeout call, I believe, for West Seneca East. So East has to call a timeout, Tom. Are we going to keep it here?
So, John, I'll tell you right now, we're going to – Mark, I apologize. Mark, we're going to talk a little bit about Barr here earlier because Barr's only a sophomore. So this is a team that you're going to see getting better and better as far as the sophomore goes. He's known to be a baseball player. This kid's got a gun on the mound, I'll tell you that. He's going to be someone that we're going to be talking about a lot in the spring season. But that gun's coming out here as a leader right now for this Cheektowaga team. Every game he's got, you're going to see him get better and better and better. He's a sophomore that's learning right now, that's getting right now. The best you could do is on-the-job training, right? He's getting it right now. But I'll tell you, he's got the running back to do it. This is a team, don't be surprised that we're going to see about get stronger as the year goes on because you've got such a young quarterback.
And of course, this has been a strange week with 4 games being actually called, well, postponed, I guess. They're going to try to make them up.
They are. Well, they do a lot. We're going to see Monday games, Tuesday games,
Right.
which we already see them scheduled right now.
Right.
We're going to be covering, in fact, a Monday game this week where we're going to be going to Springville to cover Springville-Newfane.
All right, here we go. 3rd down and a long 8 for Cheektowaga. Barr in the shotgun. Waits on the snap. I thought I saw some movement again. Barr's going to keep it himself. He's going to get wrapped up around the 25-yard line. That was a mistake. Quarterback draw, design quarterback keeper, and that went absolutely nowhere. He picked up a yard, maybe 2. So it'll bring up a 4th down. And I'm going to put the ball right in the nose of the 25-yard line, Tom.
I was trying to see who was on the tackle right there. It looked like it was number 58, Torrance Bailey, the defensive lineman, 6 foot, 250-pounder right there.
So it's 4th down. And the snap to Barr. Barr looks. He's going to step up. Now he's got some room to run. And he's over the line of scrimmage, I believe. Throws to the corner. That's out of bounds. And that's it. That's a turnover. On downs. One of the Cheektowaga players comes up limping. One of the big offensive linemen down there. Let's see if I can get it. 5's the last number. That could be number 55, Jamel Bishop.
Yeah, that's, I think, who it is, yeah.
230-pounder. And he's hobbling around.
Yeah, Jamel Bishop right there for Cheektowaga. Let's hope he's okay. I know we already found out early before the game that Cheektowaga already has an injury on the line of a starter right there. So you definitely don't want to see another starter go down for Cheektowaga.
One thing I've been noticing this season, though, Tom, a lot of players coming down with cramps.
And you know what? We talked about this too, Mark. And you know the reason why I think is these kids have not even been used to going to school, right? You're getting them back in school. Do you really think at this point we're going to be hydrated with masks on these kids all day long, that they're really going to be fully hydrated to be out there and play games? And that's really what I think is the problem. They just don't have the opportunity or not thinking about it because you got so much to worry about. They haven't worried about it in a year.
First down Trojans for their first series. Direct snap on a Wildcat, and whittling his way out there is Charlie Rosado, who wears number 3 here tonight. Dark jerseys with yellow frame numbers and the yellow helmets. And hopefully as it gets darker here, those are a little easier to see out there.
And that was Warburton, their running back, for Cheektowaga on the tackle.
And I believe it's the quarterback out there, Noah Workman. And no, they're going to, it's Rosado, and Rosado hands it off. There's a nice play, breaking out, 45, 40, 35, 30, looking to try to get as much yardage as he can. He's finally hauled down around the 26-yard line. Mike Hayes, I believe, on that handoff. So Rosado's playing quarterback here out of the Wildcat, kind of, and that was a great play.
Listen, when you see runs like that, first of all, of course, you're going to give the running back tons of credit, but your line is doing something. You can see that line opening some gaps right there and doing what's necessary for the start that West Seneca needs.
So Rosado, and it's actually a direct snap. It's a little trickery there from the Trojans. Cheektowaga waiting for it, but they pick up a couple of yards. As we're down inside 7:45 here in this first quarter. Opening drive stalled for Cheektowaga. Now Trojans coming right back down the field.
Tell you, I will say this, Mark, when you see a lot of running like this, that clock keeps moving there. You're talking about very quick games right there.
And then the timeouts come. All right, Rosado once again, real close together. And now that looks like it could be Workman, and it is Workman. Back to pass, rolling right, has his man. Finds him, but he had to go back to catch it and fell down around the 20-yard line. Picked up about 4 yards. Should bring up a 3rd down and 4.
That was a great catch there by Jake Madison. You could see he goes back and takes it, comes down to the ground. That's somebody who was worried about making the catch and not necessarily worrying about the yards after. He wanted to make that catch. Good catch right there.
And Tom, that ball's out in front of him.
Oh, yeah, he's got open air. At least it's going to be a first down at a minimum.
Right. So 3rd down and 4 here for the Trojans. And they're using Workman now. No, Workman. No, that's Rosado. Rosado gets the outside, turns the corner, gets the first down out of bounds around the 12-yard line, so they can pick up another first down here, but regardless, they'll move the sticks.
Now, it looked like it was Cameron Hawkins on the stop out there.
So they'll place that ball, let's see here, at the 13-yard line, so they can get to another first down down around the 3. Looks like it's closer to the 12-yard line. That one stick might be off a little bit over there.
It's like we got the streamers going here, Mark. Look at them. They're all over the place in the crowd.
Rosado gets the carry and pushes his way forward. Showing some strength there. He had 2 or 3 players on him, but he got down to the 10-yard line, picked up a couple. Nice crowd out here tonight. And some fans also for Cheektowaga across the way. Great to see fans back in the stands.
Cheering, excitement, the kids, right? There's so much I'm excited about when you come to a game, Mark. We're really excited to be back out here again.
Rosado, and now a flag here. It looks like somebody might have moved up front for the Trojans. No. Clapping going on by a Trojan player, maybe against Cheektowaga, and it is. The Warriors with their 3rd penalty this game. And that's a costly one, Tom.
Oh, big time, because you're talking about now a short, very short, and you know the way this run offense has been, you know that's exactly what it's going to be. And Mark, in addition, it's great to see these cheerleaders back too, right? Great to see that they're out there doing their thing too.
Well, 2nd down and about 4 yards. Rosado goes up the middle and nothing doing there. The Warriors were waiting for him. Might have picked up a yard. But regardless, it's 3rd down and short here.
Actually lost a yard, it looks like. They just moved the starting
right.
back right there.
So the ball just inside the 7-yard line. They need to get to the 3 for another first down. Let's see if they can do it. Call it 3rd and 4 for the Trojans. And on the give, left side, and it's Mike Hayes again, stretches out over the 5-yard line, inside the 5, excuse me, and then down to about the 4. So they're going to be short. And of course, 4th down, you got to go for it. The kicking game has gone out of high school, let me tell you. Although there's a few teams who do have some good
We
kickers.
saw a 35-yarder last night by Will South, so we did see a kicker last night.
Good.
And I think on the tackle was number 13, C.J. Kruzanowicz, the D-back senior, 5'8", 160-pounder on that one.
They're calling it 4th and 2. Workman rolls out right, looking. Now he's going to take the corner, and he's going to be nailed down at the goal line. He did not get in. Noah Workman took a shot. He gets the first down, but is he okay? And he appears to be all right. So Workman was going to pass that ball, and he is hurt. Yeah, he took a shot.
Oh.
He took a shot to the shoulder.
Yeah,
And Workman is now, he's not going to get to the bench here. They're going to have to stop the clock here with 4:50 in this first quarter. Workman took a wicked shot there, Tom.
And I just want to say one point before we go. So we don't need the camera right now on him. We want to make sure he's okay. First of all, I'm praying right now that he's okay right now. Number one, I do want to make one point about that play. Did you see the block in front of him, right in front of Workman? As you saw, it was number 52, A.J. Alfieri. Hold his block as long as he did to be able to get that first down. He was phenomenal on the line to hold that block and really make sure that first down happened in almost a touchdown right there.
Great play by the senior offensive lineman, 6', 215-pounder. And you're right, Tom, that was beautifully executed.
Oh, I mean, it was textbook. He had him right there, and he rode him the whole time, make sure he couldn't get around him so that his quarterback can make the play out there that needed to be done. Phenomenal job by an offensive lineman, and very underrated right there because they don't get the credit they deserve.
Workman is on his feet, but he's holding his left shoulder and collarbone. Might be an upper shoulder injury. Hate to even speculate. Oh, is he in tremendous pain right now? And hopefully he'll be okay, but that was a shot that he took. And that's what high school football is all about. Sometimes you get the glory and sometimes you get the pain. And he found the pain down at the goal line. Here we go. First and goal to goal. The snap. Rosado. And he looks like he's in. He is. Touchdown. Trojans. They're on the board here with 4:42 remaining in this first quarter. What a drive. Tom, they took it all the way down. I believe they're going to mark this one off as a 73-yard scoring drive.
And predominantly by the run, right? We really didn't see much passing out there. Predominantly by the run. Boy, we're seeing the confetti go all over the place. They're all excited around here, too. They love seeing it. But no doubt right there, West Seneca's shown why they're one of the top teams in this division right now and trying to make a statement right here with that first drive.
So here is an extra point try from Jordan Klein. The snap, the spot, the kick, it's up, and it is blocked. It was partially blocked at the line, no good. So it's a 6-0 lead here with 4:42 remaining in this first quarter. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening and watching high school football on WesternNewYorkAthletics.com. We'll be right back.
Paul Wolf Agency, how can I help?
I got a problem. I got a big problem. The house flooded overnight, everything's destroyed, and I don't know what to do.
You can relax. The wolf is on his way.
It's bad.
As opposed to good? It's 20 minutes away. I'll be there in 10. You're Teddy?
Yes, sir.
I'm Paul Wolf. I solve problems.
Oh, good, because I got a big one in here.
May I come in?
Absolutely. Mr. Wolf, can I get you a cup of coffee?
All right, back here at West Seneca East High School. The Trojans just scoring. Charlie Rosado runs one in from a yard out. And
Got some scores, too, here, Mark.
All right, let's go.
Clarence 7, Will North nothing, as Scott Raymond scores for Clarence. We also have Jamestown 7, West Seneca West nothing.
The kickoff taking 20, 25, 30. Tries to get to the outside, and then another nice return. Oh, pile drive down there. And I believe that might have been Stone again on the return. And another nice drive start here, though, for Cheektowaga.
So, folks, you may see some jabbing going on here later because I'll tell you there's a big baseball game also that's going to start right now. We got a Red Sox-Yankee thing going on here. And I got my Red Sox fan next to me.
And guess what, buddy? I will be down at Fenway Park tomorrow.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to Fenway tomorrow. I was at Fenway on Tuesday night for the big win over the Mets.
That's awesome.
6-3, and I'm heading.
And we're teasing, you know that. We're just
Well,
trying to have some fun.
it.
But listen, that's awesome. Fenway is a great place to go watch a
I'm
game.
so excited. I got a nice ticket today, and right down the line, first base line, we're ready to go. On the snap, Barr, he hands it off, and on the run. Nice move there, cutting through. It's Cameron Hawkins, and he made the most out of that run to the right side, picked up about 8 yards.
And the 2 on the tackle were number 30, Mike Kwiatkowski, the junior linebacker, and as well as the name we've been talking about a couple times already, number 6, Damani Blake.
Tom, you ruined my surprise. I was saving it for later. I was going to spring it on you, and you ruined it. Barr looks, now he's going to shovel pass it off and pitches it out nicely to Stone. Nice R. Stone. And more contact down there late, and then that was Mike Hayes involved with one of the bigger Cheektowaga players. I'm sure he didn't want any part of that. But that's a first down for the Warriors.
It looked like that was number 58, Torrance Bailey, the senior defensive lineman, 6 foot, 250-pounder on that tackle.
Barr in the shotgun here with 3 receivers out right, 2 out left. Empty backfield. First down and 10. Barr back to pass. Looks, fires, throws it up. Has a man down there. Oh, he just overthrew him by a stride. That pass was intended, I believe, for number 14. That's our mystery man.
We'll see, folks. We'll make sure we ask at halftime. We'll try to find out who that is down there.
Hopefully, we'll be talking with both coaches at halftime. We're going to do something a little different tonight. Wireless mic. Everything's tested out, ready to go. We'll see how that works out.
Yeah, it should be to start. We'll do Coach Lackey to start off, and then we'll do at the end there from West Seneca. We'll do the West Seneca coach.
Jim Morano.
Yep, Morano there in the back end of the halftime.
Barr back to pass again, sets up the screen, has his man. That's Stone. Stone over to midfield, pulled down by the helmet. No flag comes out, so he'll pick up 3. It'll be 3rd down and 7. But you're right, Barr does have an arm on that previous play, Tom. Just missed his man.
I had on the tackle on that one, number 5, Ali Salman, the junior linebacker, 6 foot, 165-pounder.
They'll give him 4 yards. 3rd down and 6 here. Cheektowaga trying to answer back. Back to pass, empty backfield again, and this time they're coming at him, and they got him. They rope him up and bring him down around the 42-yard line. A big sack there. Let's see who might have got that one or 2 on the far side.
Yeah, I had 2. It looked like 64 was one of them, Cooper Aiken. And also number 52, A.J. Alfieri, who we talked about blocking right there, comes up big on the defensive side of the ball. Alfieri, the defensive lineman, 5'11", 200-pounder.
Well, that's a big sack. That's going to put him back 4th down, and let's see what they're going to call it here. 4th and 16.
Are they going to go for this, or you think they're going to punt?
Well, now
here?
we're going to flag first. Let's see. Hang on. We had some movement. Might have been an illegal shift. Had 2 Warriors moving at the same time before they set it, or they were never actually set before they moved. So let's see what the call is here. Referee threw the flag right in at the line.
And you can see Cheektowaga already going backwards.
So once again, the Warriors are getting bitten by the penalty flags. That's their 4th penalty in this game.
And then you saw right there, you saw Barr go off the field. I think they're going to.
They cannot possibly go for this 4th and 21. You have to punt the ball away. In fact, there's a couple of players back. Hayes is back for East on the near side. And they're going to kick this. Stepping back there.
Yeah, he's going to be punting too right there.
The snap and a bad punt. Shanked it. And it's going to get a decent bounce, but still going to go out of bounds at the 48-yard line. A great dry start for the Trojans, who's going to try to come down the field and score another one. They're up 6-0 here. That was just a horrible punt. Saw some bad punts last night at North Tonawanda as well. Star Point handled the Lumberjacks easily, 33-6, but some punts that were just awful.
So I'll tell you, they're still working on Workman over there. We'll see. It definitely does not look like he's going to come back in this game. So please, you have our thoughts and prayers. Get better as quick as you can right here.
Another flag flies, and this time it might be against the Trojans. So the Laundry's coming out in this game. That's our 5th call of the game. And I think Cheektowaga might have lined up offside again. Let's see. Well, now they're going to pick up the flag. Strange call there. If it wasn't a penalty, why'd you throw the flag? So here we go. No call, no infraction. Back in the shotgun again. I believe it's Rosado. And he is hit behind the line of scrimmage, but he is a strong young man. Somehow got a couple of yards there. I don't know how he did it, Tom, but boy, he made the most out of that.
So at the end of the quarter here, we're going to stay with us. We're not going to go to a commercial. We're going to go down to the sideline at the end of the quarter right here. And our sideline reporter, Mike Straw, is going to report what he sees down on the field. Maybe he can get us an update on Workman, too.
All right. 2nd down and 8. And there is a different quarterback in there. Now Hayes is going to go right side. Hayes cuts back inside and taken down around the 47-yard line. And I believe playing quarterback right now is Andrew DePula, the junior, who's normally a wide receiver. This is where you find out, Tom, how much talent you have on your team when someone can step in and play quarterback and not miss a beat.
Especially at the quarterback position, no less, right? You're talking about your leader out there on the field.
3rd down and 5 for the Trojans. They're in Warrior territory here on the snap and the counter, and that had no chance because tripping as he got the football was Mike Hayes.
Yep, and that was Deptula right there, the junior quarterback, 6 foot, 150-pounder.
So it was a trick counter play that looked like it had a chance, but as Hayes got the ball, he stumbled and never could get the yardage he needed. He picked up a yard. So it's 4th down and 4 here.
I think they're going to let this one go right to the end of the quarter here.
You're right. 4-3-2. That's the end of the 1st quarter. After 1 quarter of play, West Seneca East 6. Cheektowaga no score. You're listening and watching boys football, varsity football on WesternNewYorkAthletic.com.
A 6-0 game here at West Seneca East. Trojans over the Warriors. West Seneca East is using their patented option offense to keep the Warriors guessing, which isn't a surprise. We're going to have to see how Cheektowaga adjusts using their slower defense, for lack of a better term, against this Trojans offense. A big thing to watch is the injury bug as West Seneca East loses their quarterback to an apparent shoulder injury. His return, he is out for the game. We will not see him here for the rest of the night. So we'll see what West Seneca East does to adjust and if Cheektowaga will have an answer. Guys, back to you.
That was Mike Straw down there on a nice sideline report. Good job, Mike.
And we can actually see Workman right now. He's completely taped up on his shoulder right there. So that's exactly what we see, too.
And once again, we're going to have a flag here before the play even got started. Rosano had the ball, but they're going to call actually a timeout. Timeout by the Trojans here. And nothing is, well, we're going to take a quick break here. Watching high school football on WesternNewYorkAthletics.com. We'll be right back.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com. Ranked the number 1 sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
All right, back live here at West Seneca East. The Trojans with the ball. 4th down here and 4. Let's see. They're going to go for it. And the slight movement there by the one of the fullbacks, and then goes back into position. Rosero tries to make his way up front. He's not going to get it. They're going to stop him. The Warriors held him. Tough play call there, Tom. I kind of nowhere to go in the middle of that pile.
Hey, but you know what? Listen, they've been very successful with the run, right? So am I shocked by the call? Absolutely not. You know what I mean? And are you shocked that they went for it right there? No, not at all. I mean, you've seen them do there. And listen, they've seen their defense already step up big, so they're going to put it on an offense that's moved the ball so far real well. No surprises right here. Now, Cheektowaga, did you get any momentum by this? Did you give yourself now an opportunity to come out there and try to put points up on the board?
We'll find out as Matt Barr is getting ready to take the snap again out of the shotgun where he's been all night. Back to pass. Barr looking, fires left side, has his man, and out of bounds down around the 44-yard line. From here, it looks like he has enough for a first down. That was a nice catch down there. I believe that was Jalen Henlon, number 6.
And it was
well, excuse me, I think I missed that one.
It was Blake again on the tackle right there. I think that's where the 6 you may have saw that was there. He's just been phenomenal so far defensively. And you can see there's a camera right on the sideline. They actually got thrown into the legs of the camera right there.
1st and 10, Cheektowaga, nice pickup there. And now, again, movement on the line. The right tackle moved, and that's Angel McIntosh. And that's going to cost them 5. Well, now they got the timeout. That looked like a legal procedure all the way. And somehow the Warriors got that timeout in. And, boy, I tell you, that's a nice break there for the Warriors.
Well, without some of the technology, remember, right? So they actually could have done it before we even possibly see anything out there. Even the refs see it. So,
Tom, what do you got coming up this weekend? Anything tomorrow?
Tomorrow, the only game we're going to be covering is going to be Canisius and St. Joe's, the big rivalry game right there for Monsignor Martin. I will be, though, at Orchard Park Bennett, so I'll be reporting from Orchard Park Bennett right there. But I won't lie, I will be playing a little bit of the dad role right there too. So I will be though at Orchard Park Bennett in watching that game, which I think is going to be a great game.
It's going to be a fantastic game.
Should be power on power is what you're going to see there. We'll see how does Orchard Park bounce back after that big loss to Lancaster.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Barr in the shotgun, waits on the snap. Gets it, hands it off, up the middle. Warburton, he's still on his feet. The big man rumbling down to the 30, 25, 20, tries to take the corner, and he will be pushed down around the 5-yard line. What a great run by Cameron Warburton, the junior.
Did you see that push he had at the end right there? He actually had a stiff arm push right there to get those last 5 extra yards. Shows how strong Warburton really is.
He runs like Earl Campbell.
We got right now a surprise early on.
What do we got?
We got Teddy McDuffie, who's just run for a 10-yard touchdown for Amherst as they lead 7-0 over Hamburg, the undefeated Hamburg right now.
Well, I got to tell you, I watched Amherst play Sweet Home in week 1, and McDuffie was putting on a clinic for a while.
He's the real deal. He's one of our next big players, I think, to come out of here. And then Jamestown is taking a 14-0 lead over West Seneca West.
That's not a surprise. 1st and goal to goal here for the Warriors. They're trying to even this game up or at least take the lead. The give again, Warburton cuts back inside and picked up a couple of yards down about the 2-yard line. Cheektowaga trying to make a statement here.
And this would be big. So it all comes because your defense makes a big stop here at midfield, right? Does a great job defensively, now turns it in. If you could put points on the board, remember, now it becomes into a special teams game because you've already seen with the blocked extra point right there, you could be talking now battle of special teams, who's going to get those extra point conversions.
You talked about it earlier, Tom. Momentum definitely on the side of the Warriors here. They're trying to score. Ball at the 2-yard line. The give again. Warburton bashes his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cheektowaga. Cameron Warburton. And he did it all on that drive after that nice pass over on the near sideline over here. And then Wharton took off with a nice long run, and then he finishes off the drive, Tom.
Great run right there. And like I said, I love the way he finished it. You can just see strong, hard back. Reminds me of the old backs we saw Cleve Hill, right? You saw every back was that bruiser back that says, I'm gonna either run down the sideline that you can't catch me, or I'm going to run right through you and you're going to try to stop me.
So the first touchdown of the second quarter scored by the Warriors. Now they're going to try the extra point to see if they can take the lead. The snap, high snap, kick is up on a way, and it is no good.
It's good, yep.
That is good. Excuse me. So 7-6, Cheektowaga out in front here on a decent night. We had a lot of rain earlier that came through, and then all of a sudden the sun came out, and of course it's an artificial turf field. We were down on the field. What do you think about this field? It's the second year now.
Second year, right? Yeah, and so how they were working out the complex here is the football field went in here at East first. Then the football field went over to West. They put that in. Now they're back here over to East to do the outliner fields that need to get done. And then they'll go back to West to finish it because we know we want to see those baseball fields get done. You know that right there, Mark. We got to get sure those baseball fields get done along with this.
Well, the Yankees strike first. They're up 3-0 on the Red Sox, so that's going to be a tough series. Goodness that the season will go another 6 games more after this weekend. It's going to be a nip and tuck.
And right now, those two are competing right now for the wild card spot to boot. So
don't forget about Toronto.
And also Seattle's in there too.
Well, not
Seattle's only a game behind in there also.
So the Yanks are up, and Cheektowaga is up here. 7-6, the Warriors. The definite underdog here to the unbeaten Trojans. Don't tell them that. Here's the kickoff. It's a squibber. Going to be picked up by one of the up men at the 35-yard line. 40 is going to get pushed out of bounds. And it was a nice play there. Jake Madison scooped it up and was pushed out of bounds. So another nice drive start for both these clubs. This one for the Trojans at the 42, their own 42.
It looks like that was Jeremy Gray who had to push out of bounds right there for Cheektowaga. So we have a score where St. Francis is up 7-0 over Cathedral Prep at the end of the first. Olean is up 12-0 over East Aurora Holland.
Olean, one of the teams that the Trojans beat in week 2, 28-14. Now the snap, and it's Hayes to the left side. Hayes looking for room, 40, 45, and pushed out of bounds around the 47. He made something out of nothing there. Looked like he was going to get strung out on the far side, but he got out of bounds, picked up about 5. And they're going to mark it down right around the 49. No, actually, he stepped out of bounds. He must have been crawled out of bounds down there around the 47-yard line. So it's a 5-yard pickup, 2nd and 5.
Tell you, it almost feels like the calendar went, it's fall, so the temperature turned like that, and we're down where we're going to be talking about a 55-degree weather game right here.
It will warm up a little bit this weekend in Western New York, but tonight it is on the cool side. On the give in the backfield, spinning his way through, it's Rosardo, and he's pushed ahead for first down. 6-yard gain, move the chains.
You know, I can't talk about this enough, Mark, when you talk about running backs. Don't stop the feet. Keep them constantly moving. You never know those extra 2-3 yards, what they can provide for you sometimes. And there's a great example because it just provided a first down right there.
It is 63 degrees out currently. And the winds have calmed down a little bit. They were up there. They're coming out of the west here at 10 miles an hour. And going into the wind right now is this Trojans ball club. 1st and 10. Little mix up in the backfield there, and Rosardo gets nailed. He ran into his own players. He took the snap, got back to the line of scrimmage, and that was it. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 here as the clock continues to wind down, coming down to the 7.5-minute mark. Cheektowaga with the lead, 7-6, but here come the Trojans. Here we go, in the backfield. Waiting on the snap, and now a procedure call, this time against West. No, they're going to call offsides once again against Cheektowaga.
Wow.
Again, the Warriors offsides, lining up in the neutral zone. Cannot do that.
Got another score update for you, Mark, as Fredonia's got a 9-0 lead over Gowanda at the end of the first.
Second down and 5 for the Trojans. And the give and taken down after a short pickup there. Let's see, that's Mike Hayes again. Hayes is getting some carries here in this first half. Picked up a couple. Actually going to give him 1 yard. So it's going to be 3rd down and 4 for West Seneca East. Trojans 3-0 coming into this ball game. And no shortage of points, especially in week 1 against Lakeshore. Put up 63 points against Lakeshore. That's a great way to start the season. In the backfield waiting, and the give inside and running through and picking up the first down, I believe, is Rosario. And he's been pushed back. Cheektowaga celebrating, but hey, guys, look at the officials. The ball spotted on the 35. That's another Trojan first down.
Yeah, Warburton on the stop. It was right after he got that first down right there. Great run. And again, you've seen that methodical drive right here again for West Seneca, taking the time off the clock, especially if they can keep taking this time off and put points on the board, could really be the recipe for success in this quarter.
The snap, high snap, and the give once again to Rosario, and Rosario goes nowhere. This time they stiff up.
Fumble.
And make the play. The ball is loose, but I believe they're going to whistle it dead, Tom.
Yep, I agree with you. I think they had already said the whistle happened.
DePula with a clean handoff, and after the contact at the line of scrimmage, the forward momentum was stopped, and the officials blew the play dead, and then the ball came loose. So it's going to stay with the Trojans here with 5:52 and running here in this second quarter. 7-6, Cheektowaga out in front. They break the huddle. DePula waits on the snap. In the shotgun. And the give again, and this time bottled up in the backfield. They were waiting for him. Rosado never had a chance there. Charlie Rosado, the senior running back. He's only 5'6", 145, and he's been taking some shots here tonight.
We were talking earlier in the game. We were hoping that Jamal Bishop was okay. He was one of the guys that was hurt on one of those plays. He's okay. He comes out big right there, and that's the first one in on that tackle, as Bishop does a great job getting into the backfield there.
Well, it looks like we have a timeout on the field here. And the East takes another timeout. They have 1 timeout left. Cheektowaga with a couple of timeouts left.
So touchdown Clarence, as Clarence has now taken a 14-0 lead over Will North.
That is a big ball game for the Red Devils as they're prepping for their final run of this.
And
that
comes off a big game against Bennett, right, where they lost. But I'm going to tell you, people, that game was much closer than what people knew. There were a couple plays in that one, Mark, if I'm correct, that could have went either way, where you could have been talking about a win for Clarence on that one.
Absolutely. Clarence, I did feel bad for the Red Devils because they were pretty much robbed. And that's all I'm going to say about it.
But what I've been telling everybody is watch that line for Clarence. That line is legit, and you potentially had one of the best defensive tackles in the game in Bennett versus one of the best offensive tackles right there in Clarence going head-to-head against each other.
3rd down and a long 13 now for the Trojans as they come out of this timeout. They're making an audible at the line, checking over to their own bench for the new call. Backup quarterback Andrew DePula in the game here. Oh, and some movement up front. And now they're going to finally throw the flag. The flag came out way late. This play should have never been started there, Tom. Because,
yeah, I agree.
Someone could have got hurt there. But
there's been a couple times we've almost seen, boy, it looked like there was movement and then no call there.
No question about it there. The man in motion flinched and went toward the line of scrimmage, so it's an illegal shift. They decline it, bring up 4th down and 13. So with Workman on the bench injured, they're going to take a look at Andrew DePula and see if he can wing one up for 13 yards plus and try to get a first down.
And I think we're going to see Rosado play that quarterback type position too right here. So we're going to see a punt.
Yeah, they're going to punt it away right in that no man's land area.
Yeah, try to pin Cheektowaga at least with 4:56 and ticking right now. Try to pin them, at least make them go the full distance of the field.
Good strategy if he can hit a good punt. Well, let's see.
Jalen Butera scores again, 21-0 Jamestown over West Seneca West.
Just a machine. Oh, there's a high, beautiful punt that's going to come down around the, 25-yard line. It was angled. Looked like it was going to be a nice punt, and actually came down right at the 25. So it's a decent drive start for Cheektowaga, but it's going to be ground and pound time with 4:33 remaining.
But they're not afraid to throw the ball. Barr will throw the ball. We've seen him connect a couple times already tonight. So and you don't have to rush here. There's 4:33 left on the clock. You've got more than enough time. And remember, we talk about this in high school football. Every time you get a first down, the clock does stop to allow the chains to move. So you get stoppage in the clock along the way, too.
So 1st and 10 from the 25 for Cheektowaga. Barr in the shotgun, waits on the snap. Waiting, finally gets it. Back the pass, looks, has protection. It's going to throw it over to the near sideline, and coming back and making a nice catch down there is number 5, and that's Stone. So that's here. Stone came back. Tom made a nice catch. Could not get out of bounds, however, and the clock continues to run here.
I love the pass by Park because Barr, I felt, put that only where Stone could go back and get it, which is where he threw that. Great job by him to be able to see that, place that where he could go back and get that catch.
Barr waits in the shotgun again. 1st and 10. This time it's on the ground. Stone, right side, 40, 50, 45. It's a foot race. Stone down to the 30, 25, 20. Makes a move. He's going to score. Stone breaks it. A 61-yard run. And Cheektowaga, the fans over there are celebrating. Across the way.
Mark, a little hesitation move. Did you see that was a hesitation? Then he took how did he not? He looked like he barely, he went from 0 to 20 there in no time at all. Unbelievable. The gear that he went in and kicked it back in. What a great job there by Cheektowaga.
All right, going for the extra point. That's there's Stone. The junior running back breaks one for 61 yards. Waiting on the snap now. The spot, the put up, and it is up, and it is good. And just like that, Cheektowaga's opened up a 14-7 lead.
14-6, remember they missed the extra point.
Well, how about that? That's your Stone.
And we're getting the replay right now for everybody so they can see it on. It looked like we may have had a. No, we got it right there. You can see it.
And then he just shifts in third, fourth gear there and beats his man. You can see him beating him on the outside. Actually surprised he did not go for the tackle there. And,
but I think he was thrown off by that hesitation move. What a great job right there. Great job. And you got the chance to see it again to talk about that hesitation move. But great job, great run. Boy, Stone and Warburton have been unbelievable right now. That thunder lightning is what we like to call them in the backfield for Cheektowaga. As Cheektowaga now, you looked at it, the way West Seneca started this game was saying, boy, they are going to be tough right here. And look at what they're doing is Cheektowaga now has answered the call, and both times have been because of defensive stops that led into their offense taking over.
Exactly. That was a 75-yard drive capped off by a 61-yard run on the kickoff. Pooched up high in the air and making the catch at the 27 out to the 30-yard line, busting out down around the 40. And now we got some extra stuff going on down on midfield. And, boy, the refs are letting them play tonight. That could have been a penalty call. But regardless, the Trojans will have another great drive start around the 42, 43-yard line.
With 3:41 right now left, so they got to make a statement right here. We got another update. The Red Raiders right now, trail Cathedral Prep 7-6 with 5:20 left in the second quarter.
So 1st and 10 from the own 43-yard line. West Seneca East. And were they looking past this Cheektowaga team? Coming in here unbeaten. Who knows? The give. Rosero inside. They were waiting for him in the backfield. Another great play by the defense.
And we talked a little bit. We weren't going to be surprised to see Rosado go back into this spot, right, as the quarterback in essence. As you see him hand the ball off right there, I think we'll see more and more of this, as the game progresses. I mean, here's your leader out there in the field, and you'll see him do, in essence, the wildcat stuff where he'll run out of this format too.
DePutel waiting for the snap. Back to pass. The wide receiver turned quarterback now is going to run with it. 40, 45, makes a move and gets out to midfield. Stretches out there on a nice effort from the junior. So let's see what it spots that. It's going to be third down and just about 3 yards to go.
And it looked like on the tackle was number 13, C.J. Kraszanowicz.
The old reading glasses are getting a workout here from Tom Prince. Good job, Tom. Waiting here in the shotgun. Back to pass. DePuto looking. Now he's going to throw it up. Has his man, but throws it out of bounds. And that's going to draw a flag. Contact down there. Jalen Henning got his arm up over the back of Mike Hayes, but the ball was well out of bounds. They're going to call it anyway.
He really did climb on his back, though. I mean, it was, I hate to say it, if it wasn't so blatant in this case, I mean, worst case, even if they did, is though, but do you call defensive hold then? Do you call something just because it was a pretty blatant over the back?
It was blatant, but that ball was not catchable. And that is a rule that I've been arguing for 20, 25 years. I'm going to lose the argument every time, I guess. So it's a big first down. Cheektowaga committing a lot of penalties in this half. I believe that was their 7th penalty. And that might be costly. Put the ball down at their own 35-yard line. Hayes with the ball. Left side, Hayes. 35, 30, 25, 20. Takes the corner. Looks for a block. Oh, he was tripped up down there. A nice play. A touchdown-saving tackle by our mystery man, number 14. And now a late flag comes in. So a real late flag down there.
And you got to think that's going to be a personal foul penalty against somebody because it was that late the way it came in.
Or possible unsportsmanlike conduct. Had a few of those last night. Let's see what the call is. They're huddling down there, the officials. Down around the 17-yard line, 16-yard line. 5 officials here tonight. And they're going to call a,
was that a hold?
A hold call? Holding against West Seneca East. Very strange call there, Tom. It came so late.
How late that came in, I agree with you. I am shocked of that it's a hold call.
So they're going to call holding on the Trojans. Excuse me, personal foul on the Trojans. So someone either did something or said something. And that's going to back up West Seneca East 15. That hurts.
But it will be after the play, so it still will be first down. So they're still going to do a 1st and 10 from here.
2:21 left in this first half. 14-6. Cheektowaga out in front. But West Seneca East moving the ball with the exception of that penalty. First down. And once again, in the backfield, DePutel and Rosado. DePutel waits for the snap. Gets it. Back to pass. Rolling out. Right side. Looks. Throws. Has his man. Nice catch there. Jake Madison. But he was brought down immediately. And I believe bringing him down, number 3 down there, Jeremy Gray for the Warriors. Nice coverage after the completion. Only picked up a few. Give him 3 on that. 2nd down and 7.
156 and ticking right now.
Don't forget, West Seneca East. Just 1 timeout left, Tom. That could be huge. Don't like burning up those timeouts. I don't personally, but you never know when you're going to need them. I have 1 left here in this half. DePuta waits for the snap. He's going to give it to Hayes. Hayes, left side. They're going to try that play again. Hayes trying to make the move. Oh, he had some room over there, and now he stopped and was taken down. Picked up a couple yards. What a long way to run for a 2-yard gain.
I've been very impressed by the blocking of the offensive line for East on the outsides, right? Carrying their blocks as long as they are. You don't see that a lot. It just shows what a great job they've done coaching this offensive line. They really have been able to make sure these runs get done, especially when they make turn the corner to the outside.
Third down and a short 5 here for the Trojans. Penalty markers once again, and I think Madison might have jumped up just a shade early to wide receiver. Let's see the call. No, it's offsides once again against Cheektowaga. The Warriors keep shooting themselves in the foot. That's their 8th penalty.
I am blown away about how many offsides there have been. And obviously it's got to be the way they're lining up because we're not seeing the jump.
They must be lining up in the neutral zone regardless. They're getting caught. That's their 3rd offsides penalty in this half. Well, that's going to give the Trojans a first down. 1st and 10 from their 21-yard line here. Cheektowaga's 21 on the run. Petula throws to the end zone. Has this man. Oh, it's picked off down there at the goal line. What a great play. Intercepted by the Warriors. And
by our mystery man, 14.
Mystery man makes the count. What a great play that was. And boy, I'd love to see a replay on that one. He jumped that route at the exact perfect time. That was a beautiful play, Tom.
Yep, he really did. He came out of nowhere from behind the play to leap up and get there. He's going to be down, though. It looks like at the half-yard line mark. Oh, no, maybe at the 1.
Yeah, it looks like they're marking
just inside the 1 is where they're going to do. So they're, this is where, in my eyes, you're going to see Warburton pound it right here. Is what you're going to at least do to try to get the ball out of there.
Right, number 4 will definitely get the ball here. Well, what a great pick that was. As Deputadal had his man open down there. I believe that was Jake Madison, and stepping up in front of him and making a nice play for the Warriors, and that's a big takeaway here late in this first half. Barr in the backfield, waits on the snap. He's going to give it to Warburton. Warburton bangs his way out to the 5-yard line. He's still on his feet. 10, out to the 15. They can't bring him down. They did not officially tackle him. He is a strong young man. And that was a nice 14-yard pickup. And now you could either coast, although you do have 2 timeouts left, but we're well inside a minute here.
Yeah, I think, you know what I mean. They may. We've seen Barr already thrown a great pass. For it was about 20. It was about 15, 20 yards right in that range. So they're not afraid to throw it. And it looks like they're going to throw it right here.
Barr, empty backfield, sure is. Back the pass. Looks, now he's going to run up, and he's going to make a move, and he's just going to try to go down probably, and he will go down around the 12-yard line. So he lost yardage there. And that should end this half here. Don't forget, the Trojans will get the football to start the second half. We've got Mike Straw down there, our sideline guy. He's going to try to get a hold of a coach or two and see what we can get done here.
We've already set it up, so we'll see. Is we're going to probably take a quick 1-minute commercial break. What will happen? So it looks like we are at halftime.
We are at halftime after 1 half of play. 14-6. Cheektowaga out in front here.
Stay with us. We're just going to go to a quick 1-minute commercial as Mike Straw will go out to the midfield where we will do an interview with Coach Lackey at the beginning of halftime right here. So we'll be back here in a minute.
I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
I love.
It is 14-6 Cheektowaga at half here from West Seneca East. And, Coach, you guys got off to a slow start. What changed going into half that see you guys up 8 at the break?
We did a good job blocking. We did our assignments, right? We had a big run on Cameron Warburton. On that first drive, we went all the way down to the 4, and then we ended up punching it in, and we had that second drive, the same thing, that big long run by Jalen Henlin.
What is that interception right before half when West Seneca East driving do for the momentum going into the third quarter?
Oh, it's huge. It's completely huge. We go into the second half with that lead and the momentum. It's just like I said, it's just huge for us.
Coach, best of luck in the second half. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys, there you have it. Cheektowaga up 14-6 at halftime here on West New York Athletics. We'll see what adjustments the Trojans make to get back in this one.
All right, Mike Straw, that's a great job out there at midfield, getting that coach's report. 14-6 here, Tom, and it's
so
I'm surprised. I'm going to tell you right
now.
now.
Oh, listen, especially the way the game started out. But you got to remember, big injury out there in the field. Let's remember that. But what we're going to do right here, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. We're going to set up here. We're going to do our halftime show. Then what we'll do is we will take then another quick break, and then what we're going to do is then make sure we get another interview right there, which to get set to find out what West Seneca is going to do inside the second half. So we got a lot still to go as far as everything goes, but stay with us. We're going to take a quick commercial break as we set up for our halftime show.
Time to home. Start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
At Chiro First Wellness, your health and well-being is our passion. Let us take care of you and your family like one of our own.
Chiro First Wellness Center is dedicated to providing patients long-term relief and teaching them how to continue taking care of themselves. With a blend of different techniques, services, and personalized treatment plans, we'll help you find wellness in a way that's right for you. Between chiropractic care, spinal decompression, nutritional counseling, massage therapy, custom orthotics, and more, your relief is in our hands. If twisting, popping, and cracking intimidate you, our Pro Adjuster restores the same range of motion as a physical adjustment would with gentle, repeated tapping.
Dr. Mo at Chiro First has been taking care of my back needs for the past 4 years. His staff treats you like family. I've had the traction, I've had the massage done, and every time leave here feeling fresh and brand new.
Chiro First Wellness Center. Your health and well-being. Our passion.
Mark Johnson with Tom Prince, our halftime show. Tom, what can you say? The Cheektowaga running backs have taken over.
Yeah, really. I mean, we've seen two phenomenal runs, right? One by Warburton, one by Stone, and I'm blown away by that one move by Stone. I mean, that little hitch and then go the way he did was just unbelievable to be able to go in for the touchdown. And then Warburton, with that stiff arm, you saw the push to get another 5-6 yards at the end of his run, almost goes in. These running backs have really done a great job for Cheektowaga right now to make the difference in the game. We do want to give our thoughts and prayers right now out to Workman, the quarterback for West Seneca East. He went down with an injury early in the first quarter. It absolutely was a shoulder injury. We don't want to say, try to say it's this, it's that. We don't know. We just know it was a shoulder injury. It's iced and everything. You saw that. He went out. He was in obvious pain. Just so you know, our thoughts and prayers are with you. Get better quick. We want to see you out on the field. So
Andrew DePula had to take over for him, and he's done a pretty decent job. They're trying to establish a running game, but Cheektowaga's ready for him.
They really are. And what's led into those big runs, Mark, were two defensive stops. One, if you remember for the first score, was the stop on fourth down right at midfield is what it was, where the defense led to the offense, and they just went charging the rest of the way. You heard our interview right there with Coach, and he said it himself too. Then that big turnover here at the end of just about at the end of the first half right there is a huge momentum change. So right now you've got to say is that defense right now has come out big on 3 different occasions to really spur on that offense and give them the momentum they needed.
Tom, we got a barn burner right now. This game is still up in the air, but Cheektowaga really playing tough here. They came in here not favored to win this game against the 3-0 Trojans team, but they're doing a job.
But listen, Cheektowaga is a perennial powerhouse year after year after year. We know they have the teams, and they're just saying is, hey, the only loss we had, we went up in class to play it anyway, right? So we really are 1-0 in conference ourselves. We're going to be standing in here and be able to play with anybody, and that's exactly what we're seeing right here. West Seneca East, another one. We know it's going to be right there in the end. This could be also a preview of what we may see in the playoffs because these are two very good teams out here.
I wouldn't be surprised at that at all. Looking forward to the second half now. What do you think the adjustment's going to have to be? You think maybe East will probably try to mix it up a little bit?
Yeah, listen, I love the line play for the East. I talked about it multiple times, especially when you saw them open in some of the gaps. If they find some of those gaps out there, we're going to see some of those runs that we saw early on. That was in the first drive of the first quarter, if you remember, first drive of the game that they put points on the board. You saw the middle of that line just open up holes right there, and they were running through. Got to get back to that. They get some run gaps. They be able to run through the running backs, do what they need to do. Tell you, West Seneca East could be standing right there also.
You touched on it earlier. Both offensive lines blocking very well in this ball game, holding their blocks as long as they can. It's a tremendous job by both coaching staffs.
Yeah, I really – listen, you know I'm a big guy in the trenches. I always go is look to the trench play because you're going to know whether a team can run the ball and be effective running the ball. These teams both are doing a great job with their lines, and it's the reason why they're effective running.
The Warriors quarterback, Matt Barr, you said he has an arm. He does. He can throw, and he's pretty accurate as well. Maybe he'll take this game over himself. And,
he can do it. Listen, the kid, so you know, is only a sophomore. As a freshman, he was throwing double digits in strikeouts on the mound for Cheektowaga. The kid's the real deal. He can pitch. He can do a lot. And I'll tell you, we talk about it. What do I talk about? You hear me talk about Medina. You hear me talk about a lot of the guys that are pitchers out there that got guns. Matt Barr's one of them. And I'll tell you, watch out. He's only a sophomore. He's going to be a kid we're going to be talking about for years to come.
You're right about that. We're going to take a quick break here. 14-6, Cheektowaga out in front. You're watching high school football on WesternNewYorkAthletics.com. We'll be right back.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to HowardHanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit HowardHanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
Are you in pain from a no-fault car accident? Don't wait. Call RES Physical Medicine and Rehab today and take advantage of our 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. One of our medical professionals will see you within 48 hours. RES offers DXD imaging for a more accurate diagnosis in less time. This allows our doctors to coordinate the most effective treatment plan to get you on your way to recovery faster. Feel better with RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. Click or call today to learn more.
Paul Wolf Agency, how can I help?
I got a problem. I got a big problem. The house flooded overnight, everything's destroyed, and I don't know what to do.
You can relax. The wolf is on his way.
What's the damage?
It's bad.
As opposed to good? It's 20 minutes away. I'll be there in 10.
You're Teddy?
Yes, sir.
I'm Paul Wolf. I solve problems.
Oh, good, because I got a big one in here.
May I come in?
Absolutely.
Mr. Wolf, can I get you a cup of coffee?
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
At Chiro First Wellness, your health and well-being is our passion. Let us take care of you and your family like one of our own.
Chiro First Wellness Center is dedicated to providing patients long-term relief and teaching them how to continue taking care of themselves. With a blend of different techniques, services, and personalized treatment plans, we'll help you find wellness in a way that's right for you. Between chiropractic care, spinal decompression, nutritional counseling, massage therapy, custom orthotics, and more, your relief is in our hands. If twisting, popping, and cracking intimidate you, our Pro Adjuster restores the same range of motion as a physical adjustment would with gentle, repeated tapping.
Dr. Mo at Chiro First has been taking care of my back needs for the past 4 years. His staff treats you like family. I've had the traction, I've had the massage done, and every time, leave here feeling fresh and brand new.
Cairo First Wellness Center. Your health and well-being. Our passion.
Paul Wolf Agency, how can I help?
I got a problem. I got a big problem. The house flooded overnight, everything's destroyed, and I don't know what to do.
You can relax. The wolf is on his way.
What's the damage?
It's bad.
As opposed to good? It's 20 minutes away. I'll be there in 10.
You're Teddy?
Yes, sir.
I'm Paul Wolf. I solve problems.
Oh, good, because I got a big one in here.
May I come in?
Absolutely.
(14-6) Cheektowaga over West Seneca East. I'm here with West Seneca East coach Marino. Coach, you guys started out well. Things kind of went awry towards the end of that second half. What adjustments do you have to make in order to get back in this and get this win?
Well, our quarterback's out, so that changes things. But we're not going to complain about injuries. Next man up for us. We got a guy ready. We got a backup in there. Other guys are going to have to step it up to make up for it.
Has Cheektowaga shown you anything that you guys might not have expecting coming in, or?
No, not really. I think they're just winning the battle up front on both sides. Our O-line and D-line got to pick it up, and we'll be all right.
There you have it, guys. West Seneca East working, next man up, looking to get back into this one. Start of the third quarter right here on West New York Athletics.
Good. All right. Mike Straw from Wichita coming up with that sideline report, and I'll tell you, I better watch it because he's got some talent. The kid's got some talent. And Jim Marino, what can you say when you're the losing coach? Sometimes it's hard to get any type of comment out of a losing coach because usually you just got through chewing out your kids in the locker room.
But you know what? I agree with what Coach said. There's no chew out there. It's next man up. Guys, you got to believe in your spot. You're the one now up. You're the one that gets your chance to shine. Now go for it and make it shine.
And now they have a great chance here because time they get the opening kickoff of the second half. Let's face it, they've got to take the ball down and score.
Yeah, listen, even a sustained drive, right? You need to go out there and not give the ball back at a 3-and-out back to Cheektowaga to give them an opportunity to put points on the board. Get a sustained drive, make something happen, show that you've done what you need to do, show that you're making some adjustments on the line, even though there are a lot I do like about the line, but I told you, the difference was that middle opened up very nicely. The gaps opened up very nicely by the offensive line. They got to get to some of those gaps and open those up so they can make those big runs right up the gut.
Well, New York has doubled it up. They're up 6-0 over Boston tonight, and that could be the end of the yellow and blue uniforms for the Red Sox.
Scoring update as Jamestown has taken a 28-0 lead over West Seneca West. Butera, 3 touchdowns on the night.
So that, by my count, gives him 15 for the season. 15 for the season, and we're only halfway through. He's got a chance, I'd say, legitly at 25.
Halfway through, and you got to remember he's got sectionals to boot that are still going to be coming into play, right? And it just shows he's really making a statement as why he should be one of the top contenders, if not the contender for the Conley Cup. We have another scoring update coming from Olean, as Olean's got a 26-0 lead over East Aurora Holland.
I'm interested to find out that Amherst score.
Yeah, we had just gotten one scoring update from them as we heard McDuffie ran for a great touchdown. It was 7-0. And I'll tell you, that Will South division, we said, is 6 different teams strong when you think about it, right? Jamestown, Hamburg, Frontier, West Seneca West, Will South, and South Park all are going to compete for the top 4 spots.
All right, here we go with the kickoff. Cheektowaga boots it away, and coming up on it would be Hayes picking it up and spinning out and then falling down around the 22-yard line. And, excuse me, that was not Hayes. That was Ali Salmon, number 5 on that return.
Mark, we want to give some credit. We finally found out who number 14 was. We had 44 listed on our roster, so we apologize. Number 14 is Lavelle Gamblin, the sophomore linebacker, 5'7", 195-pounder. He's been playing big today, but we want to make sure we give him credit since we were calling him the mystery man in the first half of the game. But we want to give Gamblin there some credit.
Gamblin with a great interception down near the goal line to save any possible scoring. What a great play that was. All right, 1st and 10, and DePula is going to spin out of a move now, makes a move 30, 35, and he's taken down to the 38-yard line. What a great play there by the wide receiver turned quarterback here. Made the most out of that play.
Mark, if you remember, one of the things I talked about is being able to run up the gut, right up the middle. You saw that's exactly where that play was, straight up the middle. Then he took it to the outside, but the hole got open up in the middle, and that's when you know your offensive line is winning.
Tremendous job by both offensive lines from both these teams tonight here. Doing a great job. The future looks and spins and hands it off, and no way, nothing going. Body slam down was Rosado.
And that was Warburton who went in there, and you could see he saw that one. He was actually, you see how far up in the box he got? He got right up on the line in the box. He saw it, he read it, and goes after Rosado, but he's down hurt.
Yep.
Let's just hope this is a cramp right here again.
Boy, he looks like he's hurting.
But he looks like he's hurt right there. But is it a ham? Because he's rubbing the hamstring right there.
Yeah. Well, he picked up Rosado in mid-air and slammed him down, and that's what's called. Boy, he finally rolls to his back. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a cramp
there.
This is something that's been going on. The first week of practice, we were in the 90-degree range here. And I was talking with Lancaster coach Eric Rupp, and he said the kids were just trying to take as much fluids in as they could. And then the next week, the temperatures came down, and he thought the kids were getting better conditioned. And then a couple of weeks into the season, we had players dropping left and right. That Sweet Home game against Amherst in the first week, there had to be at least 6 or 7 players that went down. And I know you've seen a lot of players go down here in the last couple of weeks.
It really has. And to be honest with you, too, on a day like this, it's 55 degrees, started the day out, it's rainy. Are you really drinking the fluids that you need? And you know in a lot of cases it's not. Listen, I know I'm not drinking it, right? So am I a 17-year-old, 16-year-old kid? Am I doing it? Probably not. You know, we're not getting the fluids that we need, but that's the key. And it's not so much same day. It's sometimes the night before, the day before that really is even more crucial.
So it was a 2-yard loss there. It's 2nd down and 12 as making his way slowly to the bench was Warburton. Waiting on the snap. Now rolling right. Pula looks, throws. Oh, another nice deflection play over there. I believe that was Stone that came over and made a beautiful play over the back of the receiver over there. Those Cheektowaga uniforms so hard to see, and some of them have their uniforms scrunched up so the numbers are almost impossible to see.
I think that was Jamari Steele on that one, number 7. The junior defensive back is who I think it was on that one, number 7.
Nice play there by the Warriors. So that's
he's coming at us right there, Mark. I think it's number 7 who made that one.
3rd down and 12.
Mark, I was surprised they didn't go up the gut on that one, especially with Warburton out on that one. I was surprised they didn't try to test the middle out on that last play.
They might try it now, but they're in a long situation here. 3rd and long. Rosaro in motion, and there goes the quarterback draw. Design draw up the middle, and it's going to pick up about 4 yards or so. So that's going to bring up 4th down. It's decision time for Coach Morano.
He's punting. You can see the team coming right out right now. But think about that. If you would have done that before, got another 4 yards, right, you would have had a 4th and short right there, and maybe there's something you could have done.
So it might be Poston DeMel back there to receive here. It's going to be Jordan Klein to punt it. Klein had a couple of not so good punts in that first half. Let's see what he comes up with here. Wait for the snap. Trying to maybe draw Cheektowaga outside. No, perfect snap. Punt is high, but it's not very far. Ball's going to come down, and it's going to come down again out of bounds. So he pretty much kicked it high and shanked the high one. Great field start here for Cheektowaga, and they could put one of the first nails in the coffin here if they can drive down and score.
You know, this is always now what you talk about is the answer, right? What happens afterwards? So now what you've got to see, what you're asking West Seneca to do is you've got to answer now defensively, right? Come up with that stop. We saw it in the first half. We talked about it. it was Cheektowaga's defense that led to the offense happen. Get your team pumped, make your big stop. Now it's got to happen by West Seneca East.
Good news for the Warriors. Warburton is back out there at running back. Barr waits for the shotgun snap. And he's going to hand it off to Warburton. And Warburton's going to smash his way out, pick up 4 or 5 yards. They cut him down around the 48-yard line, 48-yard line. So let's see, that's going to be a pickup of 5.
And that was number 22, Jordan Klein, on the stop right there.
Well, you better make the stop after that horrible punt. That's 2 in a row. I mean, you're relying on your punter. Punting issues last night in North Tonawanda have continued here at West Seneca East. 2nd down and 5. As Barr waits again for the snap. And again, he's going to hand it off to Warburton. Hitting the backfield. Makes a move. Busts it through. And look out. The big man's on the run. 40. Tries to smash his way out down to the 35-yard line. What a great effort. And we've got an injured player for West Seneca East down at the 49-yard line. I can't see
a ref's
the number.
down. The ref went down in the middle of the field, too.
We have a referee. Yes, official is down. He looks hurt.
I think he's holding his knee. I wonder if he hurt his knee on that one.
Might have been a big collision there. It's the old school umpire days, right, Tom? When
Yeah.
they actually had the umpire in the old position. He appears to be okay. He's trying to get to his feet. Let's see. Meanwhile, there's a player down at the 49-yard line for the Trojans. And now that's the official going to walk over and say, hey, let's check on the player.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, listen, again, we're
wow.
The injury bug right now seems to have caught Wes. Okay, good. He's just sat up, so hopefully that's a good sign right there. And is that number 6 right there?
I just cannot see the number from here.
Is that Blake that's down? I mean, that would be a big loss if that's Blake that's down there right now.
Well, he's up. He assist him up. Let's see. It is Blake, number 6. Good eye. Tom, good eye there.
So let's just hope this is a stinger. I'm okay. Let me go to the bench. Let me get some fluids in me and hope he's okay right here.
Wow.
Let's go back to that last run right there. If you think you're going to arm tackle Warburton, it's not going to happen. You need to go for the legs. You need to make sure you're wrapping up. You need to make sure technique is right or he will run right through you. And you saw a good 10 extra yards right there and a good 15 yards, 20 yards after initial contact.
Unbelievable run by Warburton. Okay, so 1st and 10 from the east 35-yard line. The Warriors are moving the ball again. Up 14-6. Barr gets the snap. Back the pass. Looks, throws, left side. Has his man right down around the 25-yard line. That's enough for another Cheektowaga first down.
With Cheektowaga absolutely mixing the pass and run very nicely today, right? They really are. But when you're running the ball the way you are with Stone and Warburton, that opens up all those passing lanes for Barr to be able to do what he's doing because you've got to focus and get more people in the blocks to try to stop that run.
Barr waiting on the snap. 1st and 10. He's going to throw it this time. Right side. That's complete. Making a move and keep spinning and staying on his feet down there on the 17-yard line for a nice pickup of about 6 or 7 yards. And that was number 9 on the catch down there for Cheektowaga. That's Matt. Or, well, it can't be number 9, Matt Barr. Or is it number 3? Might be Jeremy Gray. 3 can look like a 9 from up here if the uniform's scrunched up on Gray, and it looks like it is. Regardless, it's 2nd down, about 2 yards to go here.
Yeah, that looks like 3. You're absolutely right there, Mark. Got another scoring update coming from Clarence as they're now up 28-0 over Will North.
The Spartans are in trouble in Red Devil land, that's for sure. Back to pass. Barr looks, fakes, fires right side. Oh, great catch down there on the 10-yard line. He caught it. It was Charles Young, the junior wide receiver, who stretched out and made a great grab.
But watch, you can see, if you're looking at the plays right now, you saw earlier, look how many guys West Seneca's putting inside that box, right? Or that area that's in the line. You can see they are loading the box up right now, which is giving the Barr the opportunity to make the passes he is.
Barr gets the snap. He hands it off to Warburton, and they cut him down. They cut him down. That's a loss of about a half a yard. Well, it's going to bring up 2nd down. They were waiting for him, and they took him down that time.
And it looked like that was Mike Kwiatkowski, the junior, 5'10", 212-pound linebacker in on the tackle on that one.
Coming down to the 7-minute mark here in this third quarter. A nice drive by the Warriors. As Barr once again back in the shotgun. Waits on the snap. Back to pass. Looks, throws. And, oh, he fired it. It was for Young. Young turned around, and the ball was there so quickly. What a rocket arm from Matt Barr.
Yeah, it looked like he wasn't ready for it right there, but Barr released it. I'll tell you, if he would have turned just a little bit more, that could have been a reception right there going in for a touchdown.
So incomplete pass brings up third down.
Tell you, we got Mike Straw on the sideline. That happened right in front of him, too. He got a good chance to see that one.
Well, third down play coming up for Cheektowaga here. They're in four-town territory, no question about it. There's a pitch out to Warburton. Warburton trying to make a move. He's going to be surrounded, but he buries and puts it on and scores. He broke away from 2 or 3 players and went into the end zone for the touchdown for Cheektowaga. Goodness gracious, what power and strength.
He really is something to watch, right? And I tell you, like we said, is if you try to arm tackle him, he will run right through it. Just shows how strong Warburton is as a running back. He really is showing his stuff off today, doing a fantastic job of running. And he's also doing it on the defensive side of the ball. He's had some big hits on the defensive side of the ball.
All right, the point attempt here. Point after attempt for Cheektowaga. The snap, spot, kick, up, and it is good. So put another 7 on the board for the Warriors. 21-6. Who would have thunk it? Here from West Seneca East, we're going to take a quick break. You're watching high school football here on WesternNewYorkAthletics.com. We'll be right back.
Paul Wolf Agency, how can I help?
I got a problem. I got a big problem. The house flooded overnight, everything's destroyed, and I don't know what to do.
You can relax. The Wolf is on his way.
What's the damage?
It's bad.
It's 20 minutes away. I'll be there in 10.
You're Teddy?
Yes, sir.
I'm Paul Wolf. I solve problems.
Oh, good, because I got a big one in here.
May I come in?
Absolutely. Mr. Wolf, can I get you a cup of coffee?
Back here at West Seneca East, and dial it up. Upset Central here. 21-6, Cheektowaga out in front.
We got a score coming from Fredonia as they're up 30-0 over Gowanda.
And the kickoff here. High in the air, taking on the run right at the 22, 25, 30, 35, 40, trying to break down and crossing the 45-yard line was Rosado. So Charlie Rosado trying to put a spark in this Trojan offense here with a nice kickoff return. They've had some good drive starts here, but let's see if they can continue. Try to take that momentum away.
Last night when we were watching the game, every time South Park had a drive that they really made something happen on, it all was sparked because of special teams and getting them the field position they needed. This is the start that West Seneca needs to try to make something happen. Now you got your field position. Now the question is, can you do something with it?
DePulo waiting for the snap for the Trojans. And the snap and the give. And I believe that's Hayes. Let's see. Yep, number 4, Mike Hayes, the junior running back, 5'11", 160-pounder. Picks up about 6 yards.
And again, right up the middle, up the gut, you hear me talk about. That's showing that your offensive line comes up big right there.
Andrew DePulo waits on the snap. Wide receiver turned running back. There he goes, running out the right side. Looks, throws, nice flip over there. First down, pass, and catch. And that's exactly what the Trojans needed, Tom.
Yep, nice cut right there as he makes that catch, makes a nice cut to the inside, and gets that first down that is greatly needed for West Seneca to then be able to try to do something right here. Listen, there's more than enough time in this game. You answer right here for West Seneca, and it's a one-possession game, and then you're asking your defense to come up and make that big stop they need.
In the shotgun, Petula waits, looks, it's a little razzle-dazzle, the quick counter, and it was a direct snap. And they picked up almost 7 yards on that play. Caught Cheektowaga sleeping a little bit. The Warriors back on their heels here with the lead, but here comes the Trojans.
But again, runs up the middle, right? Right up the middle, effective. You keep doing that, and you're going to get to the end zone, giving yourself first down after first down, and chew up the clock like you want to do.
Give them 7 yards on that. 2nd down and 3 for the Trojans. On a must-score drive, as far as I'm concerned, down 21-6. Papula looks, makes a move, and he's wrestled down. He picked up maybe a yard. And they bring him down around the 33-yard line or so.
So right now, and it's approximate, don't hold us to this, but about right now it's West Seneca East, 152 total yards to 228 total yards for Cheektowaga, and both almost equal on the ground, as West Seneca 141 yards on the ground and Cheektowaga 147.
A direct snap to Rosado. He spins, tries to make his way. Oh, he's strong. He's not as big, but there's some pushing and shoving going on after the play. The referees will just break it up.
That looks like it's a first down too, Mark.
Nice run there. He was hit at the line of scrimmage, and that kid is strong. He somehow spun away and picked up the necessary first down yardage. 1st and 10 Trojans. Ball right at the 27-yard line. Here comes West Seneca East. The snap and the give to Hayes. Hayes tries to break it down to 10-5, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds right around the 7-yard line. Let's see, they're going to mark him down. Let's see, right at the 7, I believe, and it's going to be another 1st and goal to goal here for West Seneca East.
This West Seneca crowd dying to erupt. I wish we could show you right now, camera. One of the bigger crowds we've really seen so far from a home team. They're ready to erupt. They want to cheer for this team and see if West Seneca could put this in the end zone.
Waiting on a snap, and now it's a timeout here by Cheektowaga. They needed a timeout. They're gassed out there. What a drive this has been for this West Seneca East team. Well, we had a big crowd out there last Friday at Lancaster. You were witness to that. We had about 2,000 plus spent, but guess what? Hats off to the Orchard Park fans. They came out and followed their team and supported their team as well.
That was phenomenal. Actually, that would be where I'd say was probably the biggest crowd I've seen so far for this season. I mean, it was a fun game to watch. And, I say it over and over again. One of the best coaching staffs in Western New York is Lancaster. And it was evident in this game right here. They had a game plan. They didn't give Gasella any time to throw the ball. They blitzed him. They won the line of scrimmage. They did everything to make sure that Gasella couldn't beat them. And it showed. It absolutely didn't. They didn't run the ball much. Orchard Park had a big injury the week before to Dobosh, right. And that was a kid who was their main guy. Orchard Park trying to figure out who's going to fill that role. Is it going to be Rapini? Is it going to be Simon Boncalvo? Who's it going to be that's going to be there to help them get back in this?
On the ground, Rosado, he has room, and there's a holding call going to be thrown down there. We've got a hold for sure, as in the backfield. Rosado got taken down. He only actually picked up a yard. Looked like he had some room back there. And our first real big call here against West Seneca East, besides that personal foul, I believe. So that's going to back him up 10.
Yeah, and unfortunate, too, because you're like you said, you're 1st and goal right there, and you want to do everything to try to get this back to a one-possession game, because you would think what they're going to do is probably go for a 2-point conversion, too, if they get in that end zone, to try to keep it as a one-possession game right there.
So they'll line up here. It's 1st and goal to go from the 20. So East going backwards here. Before a home crowd, nice-sized home crowd. There's Mike Hayes with it. Hayes, nowhere to go. They're going to string him out. Down, he might have picked up a yard. That's it. Mike Hayes, number 4, who's carried the ball here at least 10, 12 times, where this Trojans team had nowhere to go, Tom. In fact, he got back to the line of scrimmage. That was it. No gain.
Yep, and I said so far this drive, their success has come where? Runs right up the middle, right? And then broken out to the outside, but it's become because of the holes broken straight up the middle, up the gut.
Waiting for the shotgun snap again. on the run. This time he'll throw in a corner. He's got his man. Oh, and another nice defensive play down there. Who is it? That's our man, number 14. Gamblin, what a great play. Went up, executed a beautiful tip away from the receiver, incomplete.
He really has had a big game. And he's been all over the field defensively, showing exactly why he is one of our defensive players of the game so far.
Without question.
So big third down play right here.
And he's only a sophomore. So there's a name that you're going to be hearing about for the next couple of seasons. All right, what do we got here? We got third and goal to go from the 20. Andrew DePuta looking at the coaches over at the sideline. Now he's back in position in the shotgun. Waits. He's going to keep it himself on the run. Now he throws it in the corner, and that was another great catch down there. What a play that was. He was awfully close to that line of scrimmage. Who came down with that?
Number 1.
That's Jake Madison. What a great play by Madison, the senior, 6'3", 175-pounder, went up and got the ball. So that'll bring up a manageable fourth down and goal to goal from the 5. That was an excellent play by the senior wideout. Well, that was dangerously close to coming over that line of scrimmage. That could have been much more than a foot or 6 inches.
But remember, right, it just has to be a part of the body, right, not go over that line. And he does a great job of making something happen. See if they can put this in the end zone.
DeButla going to try to keep it himself. Goes to the corner. He scores. Touchdown, West Seneca East. And that was a great answering drive that started out with an awesome kickoff return. A 55-yard drive capped off with the quarterback making the score.
You can see this. He's going to break it right to the outside right here. Gets outside, and you can see he sees clear space when he gets to the outside right there and gets in the end zone.
Yeah, he hit him anyway, but well after he was in the end zone. Could have drew a flag. The referees decided not to call it. Regardless, it's a touchdown. Here's the extra point try. Up on the way, and it is good. So West Seneca East strikes back with a nice 55-yard drive, capped off by a 5-yard touchdown run from Andrew DePuta. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here on WesternNewYorkAthletics.com.
I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. And we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
I love being home.
Are you in pain from a no-fault car accident? Don't wait. Call RES Physical Medicine and Rehab today and take advantage of our 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. One of our medical professionals will see you within 48 hours. RES offers DXD imaging for a more accurate diagnosis in less time. This allows our doctors to coordinate the most effective treatment plan to get you on your way to recovery faster. Feel better with RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. Click or call today to learn more.
All right, back here in West Seneca East, 3:03 remaining here on the kickoff. A quick one, and the ball's still loose down there. They're going to dig it out. Let's see who's got it. I think Cheektowaga jumped on it initially. Still waiting for a call from the officials. West Seneca East thinks they have it, but it goes back to the Warriors. It stays with the Warriors, I should say. 2:58 remaining, 21-13. This one's setting up for a great finish here. Still plenty of time left in this ball game, Tom.
Really is. And again, never underestimate special teams inside of a ball game. And look at what it did right there. It gave them momentum. Now the question is, does this carry over to the defense? The defense needs that big stop right now to be able to try to tie this ball game up. Or can Warburton and Stone keep doing what they're doing and keep running the ball hard?
All right, 1st and 10 from their own 45. Cheektowaga with the lead. And they're trying to come back and answer if they can. Here's the pitch out to Warburton, and Warburton is going to drag a couple players right back to the line of scrimmage. They had him in the backfield, Tom, and what tremendous strength. Got the ball back at least to the line of scrimmage, and boy, oh boy, he's strong. That's a weird pitch out style too from Matt Barr. I don't recall seeing a pitch out sort of like that. Well, they're going to give him a yard.
And you know what, too? I think that was Stone who actually ran that one. Warburton's not out there.
No, you're right. My apologies. It was Nasir Stone. Took that pitch out. Now man in motion. And now, well, before the play, we've got some movement. And I think this time it might be offsides on East. They're backing up.
Every time we say that, though, it gets flipped on us. So
I think I nailed this one, though.
You did. Good job.
Well, I got 1 out of 4 is not bad, I guess. So the mark off 5 precious yards against the Trojans. And right now, when you're trying to get the momentum back, giving up a penalty is not the best thing to do. They'll bring up 2nd down and 4 for Cheektowaga. The Warriors came in this one double-digit underdogs. And they're proving they're hanging right with this Trojans team. There's a long pass that never had a chance, incomplete over around the 45-yard line. Jeremy Grady, intended receiver down there. And that was probably the first bad pass I've seen Barr throw. So it brings up 3rd down.
And remember, Mark, we talked about it's a sophomore. They're going to have those happens, right? Especially when it's early that you're learning this offense. And remember, one of their games got canceled, so this is their 3rd game of the season right now.
And the crowd getting up here in front of us for this East team right now. They're looking at a big 3rd down play. Pitch out, right side. And on the move, it's the man they call Mr. Stone. He picked up 4 yards somehow. So that'll bring up 4th down and 1. And what do you do if you're Cheektowaga? Do you show your power game and go to your big man? Or do you punt it away? They'll place it down right at the 49-yard line. 4th and a yard.
I think the way I've been running the ball, I'm going to run it. I'm going to try to get that extra yard. I've shown that our offensive line can get us enough of a push right here.
Huge play with 1.5 minutes left in this 3rd quarter. 4th and 1 for Cheektowaga. Barr steers back over at his bench, gets the play call. He's got Stone behind him. He looks at Stone, he gets it back to Stone. Stone's going to get the 1st down and more. 45, 40, 35, tries to get to the edge, and they'll bang him down around the 28-yard line. A big run there, 23-yard scamper for Namir Stone, and Stone appears to be shaken up a little bit, and he's going to be okay, it looks like. What a hit that was down there.
That was by Blake, too, who we've been calling multiple times today. And it's good to see him back in the game because we saw him have a little shake-up, remember, at midfield right there. So it's great to see him playing also.
They'll put the ball down at the 28-yard line. 1st and 10, Cheektowaga at the 28-yard line of East. They're moving the ball again behind Matt Barr, who's playing fantastic football right now as quarterback. He's stepping up. He's going to throw it to the end zone. Has his man. Oh, and it was almost intercepted there. What a chance that was for the Trojan defensive back. And is that Rosero? No, it's too tall. Boy, I do not like these uniforms.
No, it's number 5.
Number 5, and number 5 is Ali Salmon. So
Boy, that would have been, though, that defensive stop that we talked about, right? Really gives some momentum back to your team right there. So Cheektowaga gets another chance right here. 42 seconds left inside this 3rd quarter. Remember, we'll stay at the 3rd quarter. We're going to go to Mike Straw to be able to get an update for him, find out what's going down there at the field.
All right. Here we go. 2nd down and 10 after that incompletion. Barr has no fear. He'll throw it in the crowd. He got away with that one a little bit. Back to pass. Looks, fires it way over and missed his man. And that was, I believe,
That was our man, number 14,
yep.
Gamblin.
Gamblin was the intended receiver over there. That pass was a little high. Gamblin got his hand on it, couldn't corral it. 3rd down. Hate to look at that scoreboard.
Olean has taken a 32-6 lead over East Aurora Holland.
3rd down and 10. And now this crowd really getting into it here for the Trojans, right in front of us. Massive crowd here at West Seneca East. Back to pass. Barr looks, steps up. He's going to keep it himself. He's cut down. That's going to go as a sack. Nice play there. 22, Jordan Klein came up, got him. What a play there by Klein, and it's going to be ruled a, well, look, that's, to me, it's a sack. Should be a sack. yard loss. 4th and 11.
So how do you answer, right? You see how pumped the team gets? You're going to get your team pumped. You're going to get them excited. This is a big play for West Seneca if they're going to try to get back in this ballgame and tie this one up. Flip side, same thing. Cheektowaga trying to make sure that the momentum stays on their side and do everything they can to try to convert this.
And a timeout is called on the field. It's the end of the third quarter. Let the quarter run out here after 3 quarters of play. 21-13.
I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
I love being home.
Are you in pain from a no-fault car accident? Don't wait. Call RES Physical Medicine and Rehab today and take advantage of our 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. One of our medical professionals will see you within 48 hours. RES offers DXD imaging for a more accurate diagnosis in less time. This allows our doctors to coordinate the most effective treatment plan to get you on your way to recovery faster. Feel better with RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. Click or call today to learn more.
Paul Wolf Agency, how can I help?
I got a problem. I got a big problem. The house flooded overnight, everything's destroyed, and I don't know what to do.
You can relax. The wolf is on his way.
What's the damage?
It's bad.
As opposed to good? It's 20 minutes away. I'll be there in 10.
You're Teddy?
Yes, sir.
I'm Paul Wolf. I solve problems.
Oh, good. Because I got a big one in here.
May I come in?
Absolutely. Mr. Wolf, can I get you a cup of coffee?
Call 835-WOLF. Remember, you call on the wolf. That's all you had to say. Call today.
When you're ready to buy a home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com. You can find new listings before they appear anywhere else and refine your search for immediate notifications of similar properties. Plus, get pre-qualified to make your offer stronger and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent who knows your area and how to close the deal. So when you're ready to buy, visit howardhanna.com and find your home fast.
I love being home. I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
I love being home.
Are you in pain from a no-fault car accident? Don't wait. Call RES Physical Medicine and Rehab today and take advantage of our 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. One of our medical professionals will see you within 48 hours. RES offers DXD imaging for a more accurate diagnosis in less time. This allows our doctors.
All right, back in progress here. Sorry for the technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. But on the move now, once again, the Trojans, they've got a first down. And their ball at their own 43-yard line, Tom.
Yeah, we're going to go right down to Mike Straw. Tell us what we see there on the sideline. So we're going to go to him while we got an injury timeout right here.
Welcome back here on the sideline. Cheektowaga leading 21-13 in the fourth quarter. West Seneca East navigating without their quarterback, Noah Workman, who went down in the first quarter with a shoulder injury. They are relying on a multi-running option attack without him, trying to get back into this game, forcing a Cheektowaga turnover on downs, trying to use their speed. We're going to see if the Warriors will be able to hang on here or if West Seneca East will be able to move to 4-0 on the season. Guys, back to you.
All right, back here for a 1st and 10 play right now for East as they're down 21-13 here. Trying to make a move. If they score, it'll have to go for 2. Mike Hayes with it. Right side, and he's buried. He dropped and lost 1, maybe 2 yards. And, Tom, we just had some interesting news come over the newswire here.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see what happens here. But the game is called between Fredonia and Gowanda. The game is called before the start of the 3rd quarter as Gowanda does not come out for the second half kickoff. So we're not sure what it is, and if we get that information, we'll report it to you, everybody. But it sounds like we had something happen down with Fredonia and Gowanda.
On the quick give and the carry by the quarterback, and that's DePula, and he picks up a couple of yards as he wrestled down around the 43-yard line, back the original line of scrimmage. Let's see, they're going to mark that. Well, they got it marked at the 44-yard line, so it's 3rd down and 9 here for East. So this offense for East has been sputtering here after a nice drive the last time out. DePula waits for the snap, gets it, rolls to the left side, makes a nice move. Now he's going to throw it up for grabs, and that ball's knocked away, incomplete. That brings up 4th down. I got to find out where that game's at. Is that a game in Gowanda or is it in Fredonia? Maybe
Trying to see if I can get an update for us on that one.
I'm thinking maybe the worst of that situation, and I hope that's not the case.
Well, I'm also wondering if it's just a COVID thing. Like if somebody all of a sudden got a, that they had to stop. So, but it could be anything. Who knows? So hopefully we'll see if we can get an update.
Jordan Klein in the punt it for the Trojans. On 4th and 9, here's the punt. And again, it goes off the side of his foot. But they're going to get a nice bounce out of this one as it's going to go bouncing inside and rolling inside the 24-yard line. Probably could have won another yard, but one of the Trojans touched it down there. So that's where the Warriors will take over. 1st and 10 from their own 24 with 9:25 remaining in this 4th quarter, Tom.
So right now is, we've seen both defenses kind of come up with stops right here. West Seneca's got to do it here one more time if they're going to give themselves an opportunity to win this ball game. 9:25 here. If I'm Cheektowaga, what I'm looking for is, and you see him out there, Warburton back out, you're going to get heavy doses of running the ball. I want that clock to keep running and running as much as I can get it to run.
Well, Cheektowaga with 2 timeouts left. East has all 3. 1st and 10 from the 24 for Cheektowaga. They were not favored in this ball game, that's for sure. But Warburton goes right side, slams his way out and over the 30-yard line. He finally pushed out of bounds. What a great running effort. Another big 1st down for the Warriors.
His yards after initial contact really have been something to watch today because he hits and it looks like he gets stronger after the first hit happens because he's being just as aggressive on the hit as the person that's trying to tackle him.
I'm calling him a mini Earl Campbell. That's what he reminds me of.
It does look like that, you're right.
His running style is so similar to the all-time Houston Oilers running back from back in the day. And he is strong.
And honestly, I don't know if I do anything different but handing off the ball right now. Just keep that line moving.
Once again, the give. Warburton shakes off an initial hit, picks up positive yardage, picked up 2. And that's all you want to do. Keep that clock moving. 8:40, 8:39, 8:38. It's moving in advantage of the Warriors right now.
Yeah, see, there's 4 more yards after the initial contact. He got hit 2 yards into the backfield, gets 4 yards out of it after that contact.
Call it 2nd and 7 here for Cheektowaga. Now they're really going to take their time as the game clock down there. Let's see. Matt Barr in the shotgun. No reason to throw. I'd run it again. And there's almost mishandled the handoff, but somehow Warburton came up with it, lost yardage, but they keep the ball here. They got lucky there, Tom.
They did, but that was team tackling. That was a difference right there. But again, another hit behind the line. He actually survives the first hit, but then the team really comes up and assists on that tackle.
So now you got 3rd and long, and it's a definite passing situation. Let's see what the Warriors do here. With the 8-point lead and 7:35 running in this 3rd quarter. Players on the East bench trying to get this fan base up, and now they're getting loud. Bauer back to pass. Looks. Now he's on the run. He's looking for his man. He's going to throw it up for grabs. This one could be picked off, and it is almost caught down there. What a great play. Coming back for it and hurt on the play. I believe it's number 3. And that would be Jeremy Gray, and Gray is down. But
on that hit on the quarterback was Cooper Aiken. It looked like who was actually made that hit on Barr right there to cause that pass to go, almost up in the air up for grabs for anyone to get. But a big defensive stop, right? This is it right now. You got 4th down. The question is, will Cheektowaga go for this or kick is going to be the question right here. But now West Seneca could be getting that stop that they needed to try to go down and tie this ball game up.
So it was Blake, the defender, that had a real good chance to pick that one off. But coming back, give him credit, Jeremy Gray, who's down on the ground right now, came back and kind of broke that up, and he almost ended up catching it down near the 40-yard line. But he is down, and he is still down around the 38-yard line. So Jeremy Gray, the junior defensive back, is down right now, number 3 for Cheektowaga. Well, that ball fluttered up in the air, Tom. Your coach's eyes get big.
Yeah, I mean, players' eyes get big, right? Because you see that you want that ball right there. It looks like he's going to be okay.
He makes his way slowly to the Cheektowaga bench, but he does appear to be all right. Maybe he'll just landed awkwardly. Who knows? Walking off under his own power. So that's good news for the Warrior sideline. So meanwhile, it's 4th down and 9. They have to be punting here. I cannot see them going for a 4th and 9 from their own 41-yard line. And that's what West Seneca East believes as well, as they have 2 men back. And making a move back now is Barr. So Barr will be doing the punting here, standing back at his own 30-yard line. Oh, short punt. Oh, they almost got to it. If they can run up on this ball here, picked up and tackled immediately down there at the 42-yard line. Another fantastic drive start position here for the Trojans. Let's see if they can take advantage of it.
Well, we've talked about all day. Defense leads to offense. Special teams also. This is now. You've done it. You've gotten that big stop you needed right here. The question is, can you do it? And we could be talking about a great game. And again, what I say in the very beginning, it could be special teams, extra points that come into play. You're going to need a 2-point conversion also to tie this one up.
Well, they got to score first, and right now Cheektowaga's defense has been towing the line up front. So here comes the Trojans' offense. That ball spotted right at the 41-yard line. 1st and 10, West Seneca East from their own 41. Here we go. Setting up for a fantastic finish here with 7:11 remaining in this 4th quarter. Hayes is in motion, and instead it's the quarterback keeper. And a nice move there by Tapula, and he makes a move. He's banged down around the 47-yard line or so, but he picked up 6 yards, maybe 7. Let's see where they spot this. Referees looking over at each other, and I think they're going to spot it right at the 48-yard line. He picked up 7 yards on that nice run. And Tapula felt it because he's out of the game right now. He come out. So it looks like it's going to be Hayes back there. And this could be your 3rd alternate quarterback, Mike Hayes. He's got Rosario next to him. It is. It's Mike Hayes playing quarterback right now. Hayes takes the snap, hands it off, right side on the run. That's Blake, I believe, around 29 on the Cheektowaga team. And once again, another player that is not on the roster, unless that's 19, Nygren. Either way, it's a 1st down on a nice run. Now it's number 20. Number 29, and there's not a 29 on my roster. So once again, we got another player out there. Check that. That's a Mary Maddox. Maddox with that nice play. Now the give, and it's Hayes keeping it himself, banged up and smashed his way out to about the 36-yard line. And Warburton is down again in the backfield, but he gets up. Defensive backfield.
Mark, I've been talking about this, though, all game. The most successful runs for West Seneca are right up the gut, and they're getting that push. This is what's been happening this drive. Everything's going up the middle here for success.
Mike Hayes giving him a spark here. And once again, the give to Solomon. There's not much room out there. He spins, makes a nice move, and gets the first down, I believe. Excuse me, it's a Mary Maddox. Maddox with a nice play. They had him in the backfield. He shook off a couple of tacklers, and they're going to spot that right at the first down mark. Let's see the call. It is a first down for West Seneca East.
Great cut to the inside. That was because of that cut to the inside to make that first down happen, but that's huge, and he does that all on his own.
Hats off to Mike Hayes here. They hand it off to Rosario. Rosario spins to the outside 30, and he's pushed down and pushed back out of bounds at the 31-yard line. They'll give him 2 yards there. That's a tough 2 yards for Charlie Rosario.
But that clock keeps ticking, right? Because they run the ball, right? That clock doesn't stop. So you've got right now, we just went under the 5-minute mark.
Perfect scenario would be to score and get the 2 with no time left on the clock. That's a perfect scenario. But they are running the ball here and running it effectively. The give again, Maddox. Maddox right side, 30. Tries to spin away from his man. He's brought down awkwardly out there and tackled it around the 28-yard line. That's Gilden, I believe. Or Gamblin, excuse me. Gamblin with the tackle, number 14. He's been all over the field today, including an outstanding interception in the first half. Third down and, so let's call it a long 4. Third and a long 4 here for the Trojans. They still have 3 timeouts left. Plenty of time left on the clock. You're running the ball, so you really don't want to stop the clock unless you absolutely have to. Mike Hayes in relief here for Andrew Pula. Number 4, Hayes. He's going to keep it himself. Hayes makes a move. Hayes trying to bust through. 10 inside. He's still on his feet. And he dragged down. Finally, he's dragged down around the 6-yard line. What a great play from Mike Hayes, the junior.
And I'm going to say it again. Give the offensive line credit. That's the reason why they're able to run up the middle like that. It's been all because of the offensive line holding their blocks, opening those holes, hitting the right spots, doing the right technique, all that's happening, and then, boy, he runs up the middle and takes care of the rest himself.
And finally, it's going to be a timeout by Cheektowaga. They had to call timeout. They're gassed once again.
But, boy, you got 3:45 left in this one, right? There's still a lot. Even if West Seneca gets in here, they've got to get the 2-point conversion. A lot still has to happen. And I'll tell you, you almost at Cheektowaga is...
Do you let them score?
Well, you don't let anybody score because you've got a defense that's proven you can do stops here, right? And I'll tell you, boy, imagine what it would be to be able to make a stop. Remember, they were down here before. Remember that interception that came in that Gamblin had that was right down here in the half-yard line. So they've made the stops before and proved they can stop them. You're not going to let anybody in at this point. And remember, you can't right now at least lose because of that. So you want to go do everything to try to stop it because you're not going to lose, right? Worst case scenario is you're going to get your chance to go down and try to win the game yourself.
What a drive here from the Trojans. Mike Hayes came in for Andrew DePula, who was nailed on a quarterback keeper himself. And Hayes has engineered a great drive here, number 4 for the Trojans. He's a running back wide receiver by trade, but he's in the quarterback position now.
Next man up has come up, and he's been doing it, huh?
Sure has. Man in motion. That's Maddox as they fake it to him. There goes Hayes. Scores! Touchdown East. The Trojans answer right back. And Mike Hayes has put his team within 2 points of tying this game up with 3:43 remaining in this fourth quarter. Great run by Hayes. He faked the Maddox and went in basically untouched.
Got a score coming from St. Francis as Cathedral Prep is leading 21-14 over them going into the fourth quarter.
That's a great ball game there. And we got a dandy ourselves as they go for 2 here. Why not? You have to, down 21-19. 2-point conversion effort. Maddox. Hayes is going to keep it again, and they're going to get to him. Did he get in? He snuck in. Hayes scores again. He scores the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Mike Hayes. They call him the Bullet. And now you know why. He can slip through tackles. What a great drive that was. And it all was all set up with a decent punt or kickoff return. I got that as a, let's see here, a 57-yard scoring drive for the Trojans, Tom.
What can you say but wow, right? We got ourselves a ball game here, Mark. I'll tell you this, but 3:43 still left on the clock. A lot of time right now.
Scored a little too quick for my liking.
But what happened? We talked about this. I've been saying it all game. Defense leads to the offense. The stop happens. What do? Take it down and do exactly what they need to do. Put those points on the board. This has been exactly what we saw Cheektowaga do in the first half. We've seen West Seneca do now in the second half. We got ourselves a great game. Now the question is, you've got to make some big stops. Cheektowaga, you got to do what got you here. Your run game is what's done it so far. You got to get Warburton. You got to open up the holes. You got to make sure Warburton can do what he can. And if it's not Warburton, then get Stone to do it.
All right, here we go. There's a big kickoff here for the Trojans. They don't need a pooch one. They need to kick it deep. They have not been that excellent today in the kicking game, that's for sure. Stepping up and kicking it is Klein. They're going to pooch another one down there. It's going to be picked up and actually dropped and fell on down there at the 32-yard line. So Cheektowaga is going to have some decent position here. And plenty of time, 3:39 remaining in this fourth quarter, but they only have one timeout left. They had to burn up 2 defensively.
We got a final comes from Clarence as they win 28-6 over Will North.
So the Clarence Red Devils pick up where they left off a couple of weeks ago. They scored 63 points at their opening night against North Tonawanda. Well, there we go. Matt Barr in the shotgun. This crowd's up now.
Sideline. Look at the sideline getting the crowd into it.
Barr pitches it out. Nice pitch out there. That's on the run. And swarmed down and taken down. Number 5, Nasir Stone. Nowhere to go out there. They snuffed that one out. And I believe it was Blake on the tackle.
Yeah, you can just see how excited right now. This defense is pumped. That's the fastest we've seen them swarm to the ball on the outside like that from a defensive standpoint. They are ready to play. They're ready to come up with a big stop. I'll tell you, if West Seneca can get a 4 and out here, watch out. They may not have enough time to be able to do something offensively still.
Paige McGuan, the left guard, is hurt out there, but he stayed out there. There's Barr on the run. Barr looks, throws, puts it up in the air, and a great catch down there with a flag to boot. Down around the 44-yard line. Now, did the offensive player maybe push off here? Let's see what the call is. It was a great grab, Tom.
That's going to be passing interference against West Seneca. He had it right around the neck. That's going to go against West Seneca. Penalty will be declined. You're going to see a first down right here.
They're talking it out over around the midfield mark. And let's see what the call's going to be. I saw a little bit of separation. You saw an arm. Let's see. They pick up the flag, and they're going to move the chains, and you got the call right, Tom. 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. I believe they're going to put it down. Let's see. Referee really taking his time with that ball down there with 2:52 remaining. What a nice throw from Barr on the run. Made a nice throw and a nice grab by the Warrior receiver. Now back in the shotgun again. 1st and 10. Barr waits. Gets it to Stone. Stone on the run. Stone still moving. Puts his head down. He might have picked up another first down. If not, 9 yards for sure.
Boy, see, this is what happens right now is you see Warburton, you see Stone. They've run the ball real well. We've seen that today, right? So what happens is because you're trying to stop that run, you get more guys up towards that line of scrimmage. That is going to open. If you can do a stop there and give your quarterback any time whatsoever, you got one-on-ones on the outside, and Barr finds his man and does a great job of hitting him. First down, momentum back to Cheektowaga right here.
2nd down and a yard. They're going to give it to Stone. Stone's not going to get it. He leaned forward. I don't believe he got it. I think he's going to be about a half a yard short. And I got to tell you, senior Page Marquand out there, number 51, is really hurting. He's gutting this one out. You can see him. He's got his hands on his hips. I don't know what's wrong with him, but he's gutting it out here for the Warriors.
And that stop was by number 30, Mike Kwiatkowski. On that one as he got him right in the ankles. First one in there does a big stop right there, but now we've got 3rd and real short Now we got power on power we're going to see here, right? Who wins the line of scrimmage to be able to try to get this first down?
Warburton is not in the game for Cheektowaga. Empty backfield for Matt Barr. 3rd and less than a half a yard. Will Barr taking himself at the quarterback draw. And he's going to hand it off instead. They're going to cut inside, and they're going to stop him. They're going to stop him down at the 35-yard line. They might have even lost a yard. They're going to mark him actually at the 36, so he lost on the yard, about a yard and a half. And it'll be 4th down.
And West Seneca called timeout on there to stop the clock with 1:11 left in the game here.
Smart call from Coach Morano.
Got a scoring update back from St. Francis as Jimmy Scott scores in from 1 yard. The 2-point conversion, unfortunately, is no good. The Red Raiders trail right now 21-20 with 9:39 left in that one against Cathedral Prep.
Well, if you had an extra point kicker, you might have had a tied game. But they went for 2. What a game this is here. 21-21, 1:11 remaining in this 4th quarter, and a monster play coming up here. 4th down. Let's call it a long one, as that ball is just marked outside the 35-yard line. Cheektowaga should be bringing in their heavy set, but they're not. They've got Stone in the backfield. Stone doing most of the running here. What a combination of power and speed. Stone and Warburton. Bart gets a snap, gives it to Stone, and Stone gets the first down.
Ooh. That's going to be a spot. I'm not sure he got it.
Well, you're right, Tom. I thought he had it easily. They spun him around.
This is going to be the spot. Where is this spot going to go?
Is it a right foot job or a left foot job? Either way, it's going to be a tough call. I thought he had it. They're going to bring in the chains for the first time tonight and the biggest play of the game. Can you believe it?
Wow. So we got stop here. 1:05 left in this game.
Wow.
So the question will be, will Cheektowaga try to drive for the win, or does West – look at them all. I love this. Look at the players all trying to see it. They think they got it. They think, no, we stopped them.
It's going to be close. They're going to stretch these chains.
Look at every player. Look at now. They're trying to figure it out right now.
Well, we'll have the answer here in a few seconds. This crowd is ready to erupt here. They'll stretch it, put the chains down. The toughest job in sports right now. They stretch it out, and they are short. They're short.
Wow.
They stop them. A change in possession, and the Trojans with 1:05 seconds left. There's time. They've got they've got 2 timeouts left. Was an eternity back in the day for Aaron Rodgers.
And they got more than that, though. Every first down will stop the clock to move the chains. They also have that in their advantage, too. So trust me, there's a lot right here. That 1:05 is more than enough time to try to do something right here.
Well, this is a time for a player that I'm going to take a shot with. Lavelle Gamlin might have to come up with a game-saving play here for this Cheektowaga defense. Let's see if he's got it left in him. He's had an outstanding game. He's my defensive player of the game. Let's see what happens here. Mike Hayes again back in the quarterback spot. They're going to hand it off. It's Maddox. Maddox running right side. Maddox tries to cut, spins, moves, makes a couple of yards on the pickup there. We'll give him about 3 yards, maybe 4. Let's see where they spot that. And a timeout immediately by West. So with 55 seconds left, Jim Morano did not waste much time, and they have 1 timeout remaining, Tom. What a game.
Yeah, I mean, we got everything we could have asked for in this one, right?
It's been a great game. I've seen some real stinkers this year, including last night. Star Point really laying it on NT, 33-6. But it's so great to see a close ball game. It really is.
I mean, we got 55 seconds, 21-21.
A huge crowd. I mean,
you got all you asked for. You really did. And it's I'm seeing more cars come in. They're lining up. They're getting out of their cars over there in the end zone. It really is. This is something right now where who wants it most, right? This really is going to come down to who wants it most right here.
You got that straight. Well, the Yankees want it. They're up 7-0. Still on the Red Sox. Tough way to start a series for Boston. Here we go. 2nd down and 6. Hayes keeps it himself. Oh, they try to strip the ball away from him. He falls forward for some positive yardage. Mike Hayes, what a game he's had.
It's the 2nd time out right there, too.
Well, that's it. They should be out of timeouts. They are. They're out of timeouts. 2 quick timeouts. And Tom, refresh my memory. What is overtime like in high school ball? Yeah, you're looking at me. I'm looking at you because I haven't seen too many overtime games. Saw one a couple years ago.
I do have a score update for you.
What do you got?
Pioneer is on the road right now, beats Eden 41-6.
Wow. That's the same Pioneer team that got shut out by this East team.
Yep, just last week. So they obviously came back in a big game for themselves to try to get themselves back into it. That was a big game we looked at. Both defenses doing a fantastic job in that game down there at Pioneer.
Unbelievable. Still waiting to hear what happened down Gwanda way. Maybe we'll find out before we go off the air here. Here we go. 3rd down and 4. Mike Hayes in at quarterback. The coach saw something he liked. The give to Rosario. Charlie Rosario out to about the 45-yard line. If it is, that's enough for a 1st down. And it is. The ball goes flying past the referee. They got to respot it. 45 seconds remaining. They should take it and spike it, but Hayes is back in the shotgun. Hayes waits on the snap. Maddox in motion again. Maddox just going to try to get out of bounds, and he better get out of bounds. And he does. Picked up a couple yards to boot. But more importantly, out of bounds to stop the clock with 35 seconds left. Still a chance here.
And remember, if you got your plays already called, Mark, you don't got to spike that ball because that time doesn't start until they start the clock right there by there. So you're really only doing 1-2 seconds off the clock right there if you've got your play called ready to go.
Trojans are out of timeouts. 2nd down and 7. Maddox in motion again. Hayes is going to keep it, go up the middle, and that is not a good play call. He'll be stuffed, and they're really going to lose a lot of time here. 24 seconds and running. Cheektowaga playing for overtime, playing their hearts out here defensively on this drive, and there's no way to stop the clock. That's unfortunate. It's 3rd down. Take a shot. That's what I would do. Maybe get a pass interference call. Maddox is going to get the carry again. Left side, Maddox over midfield. Maddox tries to get out of bounds. He does, way over on the 45-yard line with 1 second left. And I don't know if they got an arm left out there. It's number 14 wandering on around down there for West Seneca. He's looking like he wants to come in and throw a long chance. But they're going to stick with Mike Hayes back there. 4th down anyway, with 1 second left, the ball at the 46-yard line. Maddox did his job, and Cheektowaga is going to call timeout and give a full minute for West Seneca to think about what they want to do. We're going to take a quick break here, listening and watching high school varsity football on WNYathletics.com.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
I love being home.
Are you in pain from a no-fault car accident? Don't wait. Call RES Physical Medicine and Rehab today and take advantage of our 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. One of our medical professionals will see you within 48 hours. RES offers DXD imaging for a more accurate diagnosis in less time. This allows our doctors to coordinate the most effective treatment plan to get you on your way to recovery faster. Feel better with RES.
All right, back here live. 1 second left in regulation time. 21-all. Mike Hayes takes the snap. He's going to roll to the right. He's going to look. He's going to launch one up. He's got his man down there. That's Mason. And, it falls incomplete. It was Madison, the intended receiver down there, and we are going to overtime here. Extra football for your money.
So why don't we go down to Mike Straw? Let's find out what's going on there down at the field level. Okay, let's see what Mike has to say. What's going on down there before we go to overtime?
We are heading to overtime here at West Seneca East, 21-21, and throughout that entire comeback by the Trojans, Coach Marino on the sideline pleaded with his defense to stay in their lanes, stay in their gap, and once they started to stick to their assignments, you saw that defense stop a powerful Cheektowaga running game to get back in this tide. We know he's going to preach that throughout the rest of his overtime. We'll see if the Trojans can move to 4-0 or if Cheektowaga can somehow grab momentum back and get this game and get their second win of the season here to move to 2-2. Guys, back to you.
So actually it would be 2-1. So just wanted, because they had a game canceled, Cheektowaga.
Right.
So they'd be 2-1 is what they'll be. But 2-0 in conference is what they'll be, because their one loss would be out of conference versus Grand Island,
where they were shut out by the Vikings in the first week of the season. We're running the clock here, so we still have about 2 minutes before the start of overtime. And of course, as we mentioned earlier, we have a situation between Fredonia and Gowanda, where Gowanda's team did not come out of the locker room for the second half. I hate to speculate what might be going on down there, but more than a few people interested in what's going on with Gowanda, because I'll be covering Southwestern and Gowanda at Gowanda next Thursday night on Thursday Night Lights, so we'll see what happens. Meanwhile, it's a 21-21 tie, and Mike Hayes has been the leader in this fourth quarter. Hayes came on. The injury to Noah Workman, replaced by Andrew DePuta, and he gives way to Mike Hayes, and Hayes engineered a beautiful drive and then scored the 2 points himself to tie it up, and that's where we're at, 21 apiece.
You could really say it was the battle of halves, right? The first half going to Cheektowaga, the second half going to West Seneca. West Seneca making the adjustments. We talked to Coach right there before the game started, and his theme was next man up, and we've seen that come to fruition out there by his team out there on the field. Boy, they do a great job of binding right there to the coach and making something big happen. We got ourselves a game because of it.
21-all, and we're going to overtime here at West Seneca East High School.
And they just flipped.
Beautiful crowd out here, and they were kind of quiet in the first half, as you were mentioning, but they really opened up here in the second half. So let's see what the referees makes the players switch the ends. It looks like Cheektowaga is going to win the toss, and they're going to receive. So the Warriors will get the ball first, and I'm suspecting probably it's another squib kick, and I'm never in favor of that. But
no, it's not like college rules.
It is.
Yep.
I'm sorry about that. It's been so long. Like I was telling you at the break time, last overtime I saw was Lancaster at Clarence back in 2018, where Clarence hung on to win in overtime after Lancaster was going to go for 2 to try to win it. So the team will get the ball at the 20-yard line. There goes the East defense out there trotting out to the field. They should be well rested. As we get ready to go here. Knotted at 21 apiece. What a ball game. Cheektowaga had a 21-6 lead at one time. So coming back was the Trojans. And here we go. Matt Barr. And they've got Warburton back in the backfield. And Warburton gets the call. Warburton sticks his head down, powers his way, picks up about 2 or 3 yards.
So Warburton, we didn't see him a lot towards the end of the game right there. We saw a heavy dose of Stone. Didn't see a lot of Warburton. And, we're getting a chance to see him back here in that overtime right here. And I'll tell you, you got to think, boy, tired, long game. When you see a running back like this come at you, it's tough. But you've got a very pumped up defense right now in West Seneca.
Barr waits on the shotgun snap. Back to pass. Looks, he's going to take a shot to the end zone. They're going to try to get at him. He's on the run, throws it up. Oh, and tipped and incomplete down there. He had 2 receivers open, and I believe the pass was supposed to go to the far receiver, Tom. Instead, the young man stepped up and deflected it. Couldn't come up with the catch.
Yeah, he had 2 possibilities. I agree with you on that one. I was waiting to see what was going to happen there. But a big 3rd down right here.
3rd down and 8 for Cheektowaga. The Warriors. Barr in the shotgun, empty backfield. 3 men out to the left, 2 men out to the right. Barr steps up, looking, throws to the corner, coming back for it, and deflected. Deflected out of bounds. And a great defensive play back there. That could have been Ali Solomon, I believe.
That's exactly who I thought it was.
Number
it was
5.
tough to see, but that's who I think it was too.
And that brings up 4th down and 8 for Cheektowaga. What a great play by Solomon. He stayed with his man back there in the corner of the end zone. He went up and deflected it and knocked it down. This crowd's getting fired up now. Here we go, 4th down and 8 in overtime. The Warriors trying to at least pick up the 1st down, keep the drive going. Barr looks, throws a screen to Warburton. Warburton battles his way. He's going to try to score. He's going to run in. Touchdown, Cheektowaga. They're just trying to pick up the 1st down, and look at Matt Barr out there. He's elated. He got the ball to the big man out in space, and the rest was history. Looks like we got a replay coming up here. Let's check it out. And unfortunately, we're going to go right to the, looks like the extra point try here. So let's go with the extra point try first. Still love to see who's doing the kicking for Cheektowaga, because those uniforms are just so hard to see. The gold numbers with the black lettering. Number 13, I believe.
Krzyzanowicz.
Yeah, C.J. Krzyzanowicz. High snap. It's up, and it is good. Well, just like that, in overtime, Cheektowaga strikes first. Now West Seneca will get a chance. So East will have their opportunity here when they bring the ball down the other end of the field. I believe they... Wait, we got.
No, they'll stay in this end of the field.
Is that a late flag down there? I see some yellow down on the field, but I do not believe it's a penalty flag. So here we go.
So we got a score update from Depew as Depew has defeated Alden 35-0. Alberti 175 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Wow. The Depew Wildcats getting it done. Mike Hayes getting it done as well here. A nice run for about 6 yards as they keep pushing him forward. And finally, that ball came out. Cheektowaga thinks they have it, but they blew the play dead. Give him 5 yards on that gain for Hayes. Mike Hayes, what a story. He handled the ball quite a few times in the first half. And now he's come in as the 3rd string emergency quarterback, and he's doing the job out of the shotgun. Maddox has the ball, left side. Maddox makes the move. Maddox goes to the corner. He'll score. And just like that, 2 plays later, East has scored a touchdown. We could be here all night, Tom. I'm glad that game's not till 4:10 tomorrow. Wow, what a play.
Now, are you flying or driving there? You're driving, too, so you got a long day ahead of you.
Don't remind me. What a play there by Mary Maddox.
I wouldn't have it any other way, right? It was what we want. We want great high school football. We got it.
Boy, this is a great game.
Ooh, are they going for – they were going for 2.
Looked like they were going to try to go for the win. Cheektowaga saw it and called timeout. Smart play there.
They're going for the win.
They're going for the win.
They're going for this win.
Kyle Lackey, the coach for Cheektowaga, said, hey, hang on a second. I better call a TO. They're going for the win, it appears. 28-27 our score here in overtime.
If they go for this win and get it, this place is going to erupt and go nuts. We are literally, our student section is right to the right of us over here. We've seen streamers go in the air. They've been banging. At one point, the press box was shaking up here. And I'm going to tell you, this place is going to go nuts if they get this one in.
Well, I'm going to call it here first. Mike Hayes is going to keep this thing and try to put it in himself. And they've got to be looking, probably trying to key on Hayes. Maddox, who just ran it in, you can't count him out either. And you also can't forget about Charlie Rosado, who's played very well in this game when needed. There we go. They're putting it down at the 3-yard line. They're going for 2 and going for the win. Unbelievable. It takes guts. It takes determination. And it takes execution here to win a game like this. Hayes in the backfield. Mike Hayes waits for the snap. And now they're going to call timeout.
So they want to see what the defense lined up as, so they get their chance to look at it. What adjustment do we need to make right now?
Both teams out of timeouts here in overtime. You get one timeout in overtime, and that's it.
Wow, what a game, right? And now we're going to end it on a phenomenal way. Either the defense is going to go nuts, the offense is going to do something big. Who's going to win out? Boy, this has been a game that I'm going to tell you, one of the top games we've seen all year so far.
Mark Johnson here along with Tom Prince in overtime at West Seneca East Stadium. The Trojans and the Warriors slugging it out here. And I got to be honest, Cheektowaga goes up 21-6. I didn't think it would be this close, but here we go, going for the win. 28-27, Mike Hayes for the Trojans in the backfield. He's got a man in motion. It's Hayes keeping it. Hayes. Oh, he fumbled.
Ball came out.
He fumbled it, and that's it. I don't know if he broke the play. They're going to give it to him. They gave it to him. A 2-point conversion for Mike Hayes. The Bullet does it again, and they're going to win this one 29-28 before the later crowd here at West Seneca East Stadium. Goodness gracious. I can't believe it, Tom.
Wow.
He broke the plane.
What a game right here. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah, 4 for West Seneca. That's our game player of the game.
Yep. Oh, so what we're going to do here is we're going to take a quick break, okay? What we're going to do. Okay. For everybody first. Unfortunately, the replay didn't work right there, so we're going to let that one go. But so West Seneca with the win. They're going to go. We're going to take a quick break. What Mike Straw is going to do is he's going to talk to the winning team. He's going to get coach, and he's going to bring our player of the game, and we'll shoot that down to him. As he does those interviews, we will come back for those interviews so that we can give you guys a post game right here. So let's take a quick break, and we'll come back here momentarily.
I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
I love being home.
Are you in pain from a no-fault car accident? Don't wait. Call RES Physical Medicine and Rehab today and take advantage of our 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. One of our medical professionals will see you within 48 hours. RES offers DXD imaging for a more accurate diagnosis in less time. This allows our doctors to coordinate the most effective treatment plan to get you on your way to recovery faster. Feel better with RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. Click or call today to learn more.
I'm here right now with the winning team, West Seneca, Coach Marino, and the man of the night, Mike Hayes. Mike, we'll start with you. You see your quarterback go down. Said, next man up, and then we see what you guys were able to do, down 21-6 comeback. What was the biggest thing for that change in momentum?
We just had to get that score to show that we're still in this game and that we can pound them, and I think we did that, and we took the momentum and carried into overtime.
Overtime, score that decision to go.
Well, he puts a lot of trust in us, and he knows that what we can do and how we can do it.
You're 4-0.
No, it's battery's going.
I just think we need to get better and everything, and just because we haven't proved anything yet, and we're just got to go to undefeated season.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Coach, we talked at half. You guys were down a little bit. One of the biggest things I heard you throughout the second half was stay in your gaps, stick to your assignments, and it seemed once your defense started doing that, you guys were able to handle a very powerful running back in Waterburn towards the end, other than obviously in overtime there.
Sure, yeah, we got stuck on a screen there at the end. It was a good call by them, but I thought our us being in shape really showed it. We've been a third, fourth quarter team typically throughout my career. The kids are in good shape. We got a lot of guys playing one way, which helped out a lot, and that showed for me in the third and the fourth quarter.
To see them come back, they're down 20. Your team's down 21-6. Arguably the biggest set of adversity they faced this season. To see what they were able to do, come back, get this win, what does that say about the makeup of your squad this year?
Well, I mean, you look at the circumstance. You're down 21-6. Your starting quarterback is out. You're running a wildcat formation that you really spent about 3 days working on prior to this. Luckily, we did. They did a good job stopping our single wing. So we had to look to do something else. And the kids just never really panicked. They just said, all right, well, this is what we're going to do. Let's do it. And, we got after them when we played a physical game in the second half.
How hard was it to make that decision to go for 2 there?
Not even a blink. I knew we were going for 2.
All right, Coach, congratulations and good luck the rest of the way. Guys, that is Mike Hayes and Coach Jim Marino. Back to you after West Seneca East's thrilling overtime victory.
Well, we're back here, and I got to tell you, I'm still shaking my head, Tom. What a game. Down 21-6. They come back and get the job done, and then get the job done in overtime and go for 2 and make it.
Great game. Great game. I'm so glad we picked this game. And it wasn't our original game, if you remember. We really had Akron Medina originally. Unfortunately, they got, Akron unfortunately got put on pause right there. And we said, listen, we got to get out to the Cheektowaga West Seneca East game. We know it's going to be a great game. We also had problems when we were trying to do the Cheektowaga Burgard game. Wanted to make it up to some of those Cheektowaga fans. We've done that. Boy, we got the big game for you. Because I'll tell you, this has been something, no reason to put your heads down across the way. You played one hell of a game. No doubt we're going to see these two teams go head-to-head in the playoffs. These two are going to come out. No doubt we're going to see them both again. There's no doubt about it.
I cannot wait for the rematch, Tom, to be honest with you. It's going to be an exceptional playoff game if they meet in the playoffs. What about Mike Hayes? The kid comes off the bench in the quarterback spot, reserve quarterback, comes in, gets the job done.
And actually came in, if you think about it, like a third quarterback almost in there, the way they were doing that. Just unbelievable what happened today. And I can't say it enough what Coach said. We just got to keep going next man up, right? You hear coaches say that, but again, it's one thing to preach it and really go out there and see it happen and come to fruition. We saw it today. Good job, coaching staff. Great job by these kids. It was great to see how they really never gave up, fought, and got what they needed to win.
Special tip of the hat to Mary Mannix, number 29, who really came out in the fourth quarter and showed what his worth was when he got a chance to handle the ball.
Yep, yeah, absolutely. Like I said, it was everyone needed a team win. We talked about it too. Special teams and defense in the second half is a big key why East comes up with a victory.
Well, that'll wrap it up here from West Seneca East Stadium. Final score in overtime, 29-28. Trojans over the Warriors. For Mike Strawn, Tom Prince, I'm Mark Johnson. We'll see you again sometime down the road here in 2021. Good night, everybody.
When you're ready to buy a home, start your search at howardhanna.com. You'll be the first to see new listings, find similar properties, and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent. Get started today at howardhanna.com.